Hello everybody, welcome to another Tuesday night group stream. My name's Christian Buckley. I'm here with the Apex legend, Jack Martin.
Excelsior, what is up, Christian?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
We have a level 50 Iron Man right now.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you. I really feel like I haven't even played this game that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's pretty attainable to get there.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think I'm on level 30 with Thor, and then I spent basically all of Saturday split between Cap and Black Widow, and I got them up to like level 20. So like, if I took that time, Thor would be pretty close to 50 right now, I think. Thor, of course, is going to be my main essentially, and as we saw carry over from the beta, oh no, the game crashed.
A great start to the stream.
This is the first time the game's crashed for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had this game crash. I've seen people having overheating PlayStation 4 issues.
Yeah, dude.
I've never seen in my entire life.
I saw, I forget who it was, but on Twitter I saw somebody say, sorry, I was reporting the problem to them. They basically said that, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the overheating. It was like, oh yeah, the application has caused the PS4 to overheat. We shut it off, which is so weird. License to Ill, welcome to the chat. Been desperately looking around for this kind of video. Well, welcome.
Oh, we got it for you, dude.
Yeah. We also, since the game's booting up again, I'll say this. We are also the hosts of the world's #1 Marvel's Avengers game podcast, Excelsior. As you can see, the little icon on the left side of the setup here tonight. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So if you like the game, if you want to keep on top of it, maybe you want to be casual with it, maybe you want to be hardcore with it, every Saturday we got you.
License to Ill is asking, what's your guys' overall rating of this game? I would say, if you want to give it like a numerical score,
sure.
Maybe, okay, so I'll tease this a little. Well, I'll just say it. So I was looking at IGN's review score, their like sort of ethics and like what they choose to review games on.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for this game, I was like, I wonder like what I would put this as. And they have a really good descriptor for good. I don't have it pulled up right now, but that's a 7. It's a 10-point scale, so it's 1 through 10. There's no 0.5s or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is probably a 7 or a 7.5. I feel like it is a very good game with a bunch of flaws, but I feel like the good overtakes the bad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot to like about this game. There are some issues with it, and there's some clear issues that kind of prevent it from being anything better than good, but it's good with a capital G. So I'd say probably like 7.5.
Yeah, I think based on the impressions episode 2, I think I might be a little bit more towards an 8 than you are. On the best day, this game's an 8.5. On an average day, I think it's an 8. Like, story, excellent. If you're a Marvel fan, I think it's worth it for the story, personally. You can get a nice full experience out of the story. I'm in it for the promise of what's to come, and I think the foundation they have for that promise makes me believe that in time they will make this a fully realized new pillar for the Marvel universe. So like, I think it's worth it personally to invest now.
And I feel like it's hard to say because you never know with like future content, but from the way they've been describing what we can expect from this game, I feel like the future is bright. So I expect this game to get even better, which is very exciting because like I keep thinking of Battlefront 2 in my mind, which launched just terribly, and then years later, I specifically say like the 2019-2020 version of Battlefront 2 is a great game. So I feel like if this game is already really good right now,
we could really use your help.
It's only gonna get better.
Here's the info we have.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's enough.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think I'm on the same page as you are with Battlefront. Like, I'm glad they were able to pull it together as time went on. And yeah, I think you completely nailed it. Like, starting off, this game is already better than a lot of the games that start off bad to okay and then get good. So seeing this game in even 6 months, like, I think that's going to be very exciting.
Absolutely.
Waiting for the roadmap. Dude, I agree. Like, I am desperate to see what their 6-month or even year 1 roadmap looks like outside of Kate Bishop, then Hawkeye, then probably Black Panther. Like, I'd very much like to see what they have in store for year 1.
Now, are we... Is there like a date of when we'll actually get the roadmap, or is that just... is it even like... Are we even gonna get that? Like, you know how... I'll compare it to the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would always be like, here's phase 2, here's phase 3. Are we actually gonna get something like that, where it's like a tangible image, or even just the website or something?
I don't know, honestly. I feel like we might get multiple roadmaps, and honestly, I think I'd probably prefer that, just to, like... So, the trend so far is that we've been getting 1 war table a month, right?
Yeah.
Like, Destiny doesn't do something like that. Like, they do updates, they do blog posts a lot, but they don't have a packaged, like, monthly video saying, like, this is what we're doing right now, this is what's coming. So, at the end of the last war table, they said, next war table is going to be this, this, this. So, I think if we keep that war table thing going, and then every maybe 2 or 3 war tables, we're like, hey, this is what the next couple months look like, and then the war tables in between are sort of updating you on those things. I'd kind of prefer that, again, kind of a small roadmap, but many of them, to a big, this is what the next year looks like, we'll talk to you when there's a problem.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll get. Like, the way you described it seems probably accurate. Like, maybe they don't want to, like, tease out what they have, like, a year in advance, but, like, a few months in advance, maybe a month in advance, like, hey, we're gonna keep updating you constantly. So I kind of like that IV drip of stuff to satiate you.
Definitely. So I am currently picking up some bounties. Sorry, faction whatever they're called, faction quests. They're bounties in Destiny, like the little duties, and you get extra boosted experience. Also, Sucky, welcome to the chat. That's a funny name.
Dude, I was dying at that name.
Hero.
I didn't want to call it out, but
I'll just be here if
dude,
you
we
can't
have to
mind.
continue the best name of the stream.
Oh, absolutely. Sucky. So far, best name. Also, thank you for the video, love. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we love the love.
Always love to see it.
You're a lifesaver.
Happy you're hanging out with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack, did you want to pick up any bounties? I'm just gonna keep calling them bounties. Did you want to grab any of those?
I will follow your lead. I played this game so much today. I already did the faction assignments.
Okay, yeah. So you already did them. All right.
So I'll give the driver's wheel to you, and I will just backseat.
All right.
Backseat this one.
Let me check out what my war table looks like. Also, I'll say this, anybody in the chat, if you have questions about the game, shoot them at us. We both beat the campaign, we both put multiple hours into the multiplayer, so I feel like we have a good sense so far for most of the game.
Also, I don't know if I want to speak for you on this one, Christian. I think we're also somewhat confused about the game. At least I am. Even after like hours of this game. There are some things about this game where I'm still slightly confused.
I know they said that the raid is only going to be available on weekends, but I don't think that was accessible this past weekend. So that's the only thing I'm really confused on.
I'm sure it's because people wouldn't be ready for that yet.
I think you're right.
Also, like, I'm starting to get it now. There's just like a ton of currency, like different types of currency. There's like some of the missions, I'm not sure like what are the important ones and what aren't the important ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after the game. So that point I'm just like, I don't know, I guess I'll do this one.
Where should we go? I have most of the side quests ran through so far.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing I have that like I unlocked for progressing in the Avengers Initiative stuff is let the game begin, but I don't know if that's solo or multiplayer. Oh, it says multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, have you done that yet?
Probably, but I'll do it again.
It's the Hive.
I have done the Hive.
Okay.
The Hive was pretty difficult.
All right, maybe we can try running that then.
Okay, License to Ill is asking us if we feel like the game wants us to buy skins, like an EA type of game. So the way it works is that each hero has a challenge card, and a lot of the skins...
I got it pulled up right now.
Yeah, a lot of the skins are in there. I'd say most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it works like an Apex Legends or like a Fortnite or like a Call of Duty Battle Pass, except you just already have it because you paid full price for the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to like unlock those stuff in there, you have to do the daily and weekly challenges, just like with any other sort of games as a service. And then you can unlock all of the skins through there. But there's also the marketplace.
Yeah, let me pull that up too.
Yeah, I believe you can only get those by spending currency, but you can earn that currency through the challenge card. So like a legendary skin is 1,400 of the whatever the blue thing is called, and you can earn I think 1,000 in one challenge card.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but you could also just buy those with your money if you want. So like you can grind for those, but it's cosmetics. So like, I don't think it's as egregious as like a free-to-play model because like you can still get those.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you were saying this, Christian, in your video about sort of the microtransaction-y stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only like case that you would need that currency is to buy the DLC character challenge cards.
Mhm.
So as long as you have 1,000 on hand,
I would be so
like
pumped
you
if you
can
could help me
spend
with
that
this.
on outfits and stuff like pretty much willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Did I say thank
The
you?
only thing I'll add is personal, and this is purely a matter of taste. I don't think any of the skins so far are worth spending credits on.
I agree.
Most of the skins I've found myself being interested in or liking have either been random unlocks, because you can unlock them randomly, but you will earn like a patch to decrypt that you'll be able to get one skin for any character out of, so you have a very broad pool you're pulling from. But yeah, I don't think any of them are super appealing to me yet.
Yeah. Do you want to invite me? And
yeah, I just claimed a villain sector, so we can do that first if you want. Nice little introduction.
Let's do it. Now I wonder, like, what's the balancing going to be like with like differences in levels? Because what are you
my power level for Thor is 52.
Okay.
But my
I guess
level
power level is the one that it actually matters.
Does the game get repetitive after the story?
Yes.
Yes, but it doesn't bother me because I think the characters play differently enough, and you can tell that a lot of the work went into making each character be really fully realized, that I've found playing each of them, even if it's like samey environments, especially if I'm playing with a friend, it's just fun, you know, because like Widow's my backup, Thor's my main, so they play differently enough that if I am running through the same area again, I'm doing it differently. But that's very much on a player side.
Right. Think of like Call of Duty. You know, like you finish the campaign, then you head to multiplayer. You're basically doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But you're still like, you're working on like guns in that game to like level them out, get like attachments and stuff. Same with heroes in this. Like you're working through the power levels. You're building up their levels and like getting perks, and you're also like getting gear and stuff. So it's repetitive in that way, and you're repeating the missions over and over. But yeah, I agree with Christian. Like, doesn't really bother me. And the way I've been describing this is that it's a really great podcast game.
We heard you managed to locate one of AIM's main research facilities.
We have, Captain Rogers.
We'd
really appreciate it if the Avengers could help us take it down.
With pleasure, Doctor.
Yeah.
So you can just kind
Jarvis, were you able to do the thing I asked?
If by thing you mean subtly block all local network activity to ensure any project data destroyed on site is deleted permanently, then...
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Hail here. In addition, we'll carpet bomb the area before you arrive.
I totally understand.
It probably won't damage the structures much, but it should help soften AIM's security response.
Fiery proclamation from the skies, Commander.
I totally get that.
I like your style.
Because, like, if I described that to myself a year ago, I'd be like,
Intel indicates that AIM may be holding in humans at this facility.
Rescue them if you can, Captain Rogers.
Security will be tight. AIM might even have elite assassination teams on site. I've sent my best people to back you up, but be ready for anything.
Yeah, I think all of your points I can co-sign. Like, ooh, I love that skin, dude.
Best way into the facilities through the main end.
Damn.
I've got a squad in the area to lend a hand.
Let's kick down the front door.
I gotta...
the Thor level 50 is King Thor, right?
Yeah, man, I want that.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I got some skill points to spend. I'll do that later. Let's go into this villain sector. So I've only done 2 of these so far.
I think I've also only done 2.
I did the Taskmaster one, and I did the Tame a Titan one from the beta.
I did Taskmaster. Actually, I think I did Taskmaster. No, I did Abomination.
Oh, nice. I haven't...
Villain section. Because no one can like 15. Unless it's like 15 villains.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's 15 unique ones in the game. I think there's just the 4 that I've seen repeated. But I think you can only do 1 a day, so...
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Still saying hopefully they'll add new maps and challenges with the new characters. They will definitely add new maps with new characters. And new maps. Well, presumably Wakanda was supposed to be announced recently. So that's something to look forward to. And I assume with every character that's announced, or that's added to the game, there'll be like something.
Yeah. At the very least, I think every character that gets added is bringing a new villain. So you're going to have a new sort of thing to do on that level for combat. And I know some people are mixed on it, but I think combat is fun, and especially endgame, it's pretty complex in terms of the combos you can do.
Yeah, I don't know when we were, I think we were talking about this just off stream. I think, I agree with you. I think that is somewhat of a concern because it takes a while to actually get to that point.
Yeah.
Because like, it's not until after the story until the combat is really, kicked into gear and, changes your skill tree to how you want to fight and use your character. Wow, but once it hits, it feels great. I will say, I turned off the
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I shut camera shake off.
I hoped it would take longer for AIM to target you.
I think that's it, actually.
On your HUD.
I turned camera shake off.
You're doing something right if AIM feels the need to take you on directly.
Your glass half full attitude's almost endearing.
Something it, like,
I'll take a positive attitude any day of the week.
and it's just harder to switch between targets, so I turned that off. Turned vibration totally off. I never do that.
Damn.
I told you in the beta, like, I was playing it.
AIM units on radar.
Yeah. One of Thor's specializations. I'm assuming Tony can do this too. I got a speed boost for flight. It drains my thing though, so I can like go supersonic.
There's an elite AIM unit
I also
near
have
you.
that. I haven't
Defeat them, you may gain something useful.
in that same like you get like just 3 hours.
Yeah.
I chose also fly around and it'll like automatically launch a laser. So the thing that I chose for that tree was like increased damage. I think it's like by 12%. So I'm like, oh, I'll just do that.
Yeah, I need to really just take a day and read through every single mastery skill tree item.
I'm sure we'll meet them.
Because I feel like you're going to be able to do some pretty interesting builds. Like, I think I saw somebody be like, oh, Thor can be a healer, maybe? I was like, whoa, really? That's so strange.
There's some stuff with that with Iron Man. If I use my L1,
or you found them. Be careful.
When someone's
Battle
down,
is
I
not
can
for the
instantly
careful,
revive them.
Doctor.
Nice. Now, one thing I will say that's annoying. Oh, shit. I feel like it's very easy for enemies to spam your non-counter attacks, like the red ones. And I also think these shielded enemies can be a little annoying at times.
I also think the range attacks that they have are like
Yeah.
lock on is just like absolutely very hard.
Are you near me? Because I can give you a buff.
I am game to okay, yes.
Oh, okay, I'm coming.
That's another thing. I wish there was.
Yeah.
And I think there will be.
Yeah, they said they're gonna add one post-launch, so I don't know how soon that'll be because I feel like their main focus is just squashing some of the bigger bugs from launch before they add new features.
They must. I would love to see like. You got one fix, but there's definitely.
Yeah. And honestly, going back to, I think, what License to Ill was asking about the microtransactions, I think mostly everything's fine. The only thing I think is a bit questionable is $12 for a finisher.
Yeah.
That's a little something that they might want to reconfigure. Because
Now, can you use like the blue credits for that? Or
yes.
we have to straight up buy those. Okay.
You can also earn them in a challenge card. So
Yeah, anything you can get in this game.
yeah, just it's a matter of how long it's gonna end up taking you.
So far, I haven't encountered anything that requires for that. Like I'm like, ooh, I need to spend money on this. So.
Now, Jack, when they add the MCU skin pack eventually, which you know they will, what is the minimum you would spend? Or sorry, the maximum, I guess.
See, like, I probably won't even spend money on that.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna have like 7,000 credits ready to go.
Yeah, so, like, I would say, like, I would spend $10.
For just like
For,
one
like,
skin?
Yeah. But here's the thing, like, Tony, like,
Stay alert, Avengers.
like, I
AIM still
essentially
has a
have
lot of security in the area.
Avengers,
Let them come.
skin, like
Yeah.
Avengers 1 skin. Which that like popped for me and then a drop or whatever it was. So that was cool. But yeah, honestly, like the MCU costumes, like, are they the best? I'm trying to even think.
I mean,
of
I'd
one
love
that
a
I'm like, ooh, I
Ragnarok
would go
skin
it.
for Thor.
Okay, you got me there.
Or even in like Infinity War with the eye patch, that'd be cool.
I think Thor probably has the best outfits,
Yeah.
but right now I don't use Thor.
I love, one thing I'll give to the credit of, oh, this is a secret chest over here if you want to go for it.
Yep, I'll follow you.
One thing I'll give the Dark World, Thor has a great fit in that movie with the cloak when he's on Asgard, just chilling. He's got like that teal cloak.
Oh yeah,
Love that. Give me that.
dude, I miss the MCU.
Same.
I really do. And like, I could just watch those movies right now if I wanted to. But I'm just gonna say that I miss the MCU.
Yeah. I mean, you got the game now.
Yeah, that is definitely filling that hole.
but I can guarantee it's as soon as like I'm assuming being back in my school schedule is gonna eventually net out with every other thing I work on. So once I get into that groove, maybe I do another rewatch because it's been a while. I think the last time I did it was I ran through it again with Kayla after we finished the Excelsior run because we wanted to just see them all before Endgame. So we did like a couple a night, and then we saw Endgame in theaters at the end of it. So yeah, that was still like over a year ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think like 20 something movies, dude.
Yeah.
Quite the commitment.
I still haven't watched Endgame since theaters.
Oh, dude, I've seen it at least 2-3 times.
Out of theaters?
Cried. Yeah.
Nice.
I have it on Blu-ray actually. I forgot.
Nice, dude.
I think I got it for Christmas or something. What's your number one? Has that changed?
It's still Winter Soldier.
Nice.
Last year, I think when we finished our Excelsior run, I ended up having... Wait, no, Endgame's my number 2, I think. And then I think Far From Home and Homecoming are after that. But here's the thing. I know I liked Far From Home a little more than you did. I have not, again, that's another one I haven't seen it since theaters. I own it on Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it yet.
Ooh. Yeah, is there like a good streaming way to watch that you know?
I don't know. It's weird because it's Sony. So, maybe the PS4 store. I don't know.
Oh, God.
That's how I watched Ragnarok the first time.
Really?
Yeah, nobody wanted to see it in theaters because they were like, Thor! I was like, alright. I know I'm the only one that likes Thor, but...
Understandable from the previous Thor movies we got. Alright, this thing is open.
Nice.
Oh! How do you feel about the turrets in this game?
I
know people don't like this.
Yeah, I know people don't like them, but let me tell you, I love when I see some turrets in a map because I have an amazing ability that just lets me melt those things.
Same. They're one-hits for me.
Yeah, same. I can shoot the Odin Force out of my hammer and just one hit.
That's sick.
I can. Well, I can do it when I'm flying.
Tony's, Oh, okay. Is it like Tony's lasers, essentially?
Kinda, yeah. Are you above ground? I'll show you.
Yep.
1 sec. Okay. Okay. Let me back it up.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Wait, are you shooting like a laser out of here?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll watch the stream replay because it didn't show you like shooting anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just showed you flying around.
Huh.
Let's see. Catching up on the stream. Floating. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it didn't show that. That's strange.
Huh.
That's cool. Can you see my lasers?
Yes.
Ah.
That's weird.
That is odd. Now, I'm getting close to the power level cap here.
Yes.
So I've realized that the highest level items that will drop is 130.
Okay.
And you can boost the epic or legendaries to 140. And then you have the major artifacts that there's only 2 right now. And they add like power to your overall power level.
Okay.
And you can boost it up to 10. So like you'll have your power level at 140 with all your like 140 gear, and then the major artifact will boost it 10 levels to 150. And that's how you get the 150.
Nice.
But after that, I need to run with a secondary character, and I'm unsure of who to choose. I think a Black Widow, maybe.
Widow's great. Widow's a lot of fun. Honestly, at the rate I've been going, because since I beat the story, I have been slowing down to maybe like 2 hours a day. Where launch week I was doing maybe 4 to 6 a day.
Yeah.
I think by the time Kate's out, I will have Thor at max. So I'm gonna prepare myself to fully go all in on Kate next.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I've been thinking about rereading Volume 1 of My Life as a Weapon for the Matt for Action run.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just to like see her get introduced again, because man, she's great.
Hey, if you want to incorporate that into Excelsior, maybe for a lead up.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I would not say no, because like I never finished that the whole like run. So that would be a really good excuse.
Yeah, dude. I'll see how many issues there are, because we could maybe line it up so we could do. Maybe I think there's 4 volumes, so maybe we could do like the first 2 for Kate, the second 2 for Clint, because those are 2 and 2.
Sure.
Maybe I'll look into it. But
I've been reading like a decent amount of comics recently, so I'm prepared.
Yeah, we've been doing for Jedi Knights. We just did Vader, so that's been fun. Other than that, though, I haven't read like any comics since we did it last year.
I did. So I was following along with your book club in terms of like books and with the Vader comic, and I just started reading the Avatar: The Last Airbender comics, which take place immediately after the show.
Nice.
And I've been enjoying them. They are written so well that like it's so easy to read them in the characters' voices. Like
nice, yeah.
It's perfect. So I'm enjoying that.
It's always good.
I've had a goal since I started like I read books like for enjoyment for the first time this year, like ever. And I wanted to read 10 this year. I think I've read 6. But I like don't count like graphic novels in my head.
Yeah.
Just because it's different.
Yeah, I get it.
Just like easier to read something with pictures in it.
Right. Yeah. No. If you're trying to set a goal for reading books, I wouldn't count those either. Yeah,
that's so. I started a Goodreads and I have not been including graphic novels or anything.
Not that they're not real literature, but like it's different.
Right. But like the books that I've been reading are mostly like Star Wars books.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
hey,
like,
still like 400 pages.
Yeah, dude, especially Alphabet Squadron. That was like 5.
Yeah, that was long.
500. That was a long boy. Trying to decide what to read next. I was trying to get into 1984, and then I was like, oh, this is like literature.
Yeah.
This is like people would read this in high school.
Yeah.
And talk about it for class. So that was a bit of a struggle.
Did I tell you I signed up for a class at our what is soon to be my alma mater, but it was called like Good and Evil Literature or something like that, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And then the first thing was like, hey, we have to read Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and like this other very long book by next week. And I was like, all right, see ya. But I bought the book, never read it.
That's the thing about college classes that like, especially for reading, they do not respect your time.
No.
Like, yeah, read this whole book in a week. No, like, that's like at minimum 50 pages a day.
Yeah.
At like, minimum, like depending on the length, it's like, no, dude, I do not have the time for that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, so I guess I just like won't eat this week. I'll just do that instead.
Like, yeah, for real.
Let me see if I can get the Bifrost down the eye quickly. I don't think that hit. Have you considered the Witcher books at all?
No, I haven't.
Because I got about half... So, preface this. In, like, 2015, got The Witcher 3. Was very into it. Loved it. Put, like, 45, 50 hours into it. Mainly did side quests. And then, about a month later, Batman Arkham Knight came out. And I was like, oh, Batman obviously has my heart, so I have to just abandon The Witcher. But, for Christmas that year... I was like, you know what? I should start reading again. And I asked for... I forget who I asked because they like wanted ideas. I was like, hey, this is like for $30 you can get 3 Witcher books. Just get me that and I'll read those. I am down.
I gotcha.
So I have 3 of the Witcher books. The first 3 written. I don't think that the first 3 chronologically, but I got through half the first one before I like college hit, and then I had to get back to reading for classes instead of for pleasure. But I like what I read.
That's a very interesting world.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite fantasy world.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, like in terms of like elves and orcs and all that kind of thing, like medieval fantasy inspired, Euro fantasy. That's
not like Star Wars.
Right, yeah. And if we're talking European inspired fantasy, it's The Witcher for me.
Cool. Now, this brings up a question. How do you feel about The Lord of the Rings? I guess I've never talked to you about The Lord of the Rings.
Movies, I like them. I've never read them, and at this point, I never will, but I think Fellowship is the best one. I'm weird like that, I guess. Not a lot of people think that.
No, I feel like a lot of people have that view. That's probably number 2 for me.
But yeah, I like the movies. I thought the Hobbit trilogy was fine. I wasn't offended by it, but
that's just forgettable for me, that trilogy. Like, honestly, like, don't even remember the plot.
I like the second one a lot.
Oh, the Desolation of Smaug, right?
Yeah, that's my Revenge of the Sith for that trilogy. I'll defend that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, I remember liking that one.
Had the Ed Sheeran song at the end.
Yeah. Dude, I cannot believe the way this next generation has been revealed, specifically with the Series S.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I cannot believe that it was announced that way.
Yeah, I'm very curious how you feel about this, because I think you and I are more on the same page than me and Kevin are with next gen, because like we talked about it a couple times on Gamescast the past few weeks. I kind of just don't care about next gen.
Yeah. Like, you don't need it right now, you mean? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like, I feel like nobody's given me a reason to think I need one right now, and like, I don't think the time is now. You know, it doesn't feel like we need this yet. Ratchet and Clank is the first time I've felt like we're actually looking at italic next gen, you know?
Right. Yeah, I would probably agree with you. Like, right now, I don't need next gen. The thing to me that screams like we need new next gen is like 100, 200 gigabyte installs.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be changed. And I hope it is. I'm honestly like not even sure that it actually will be. But I think with SSDs, hopefully that will alleviate a lot more. Because we're only supposed to be getting like a terabyte or 2 hard drives on these things.
Yeah, I think it's like 800 something gigs in the PS5 of SSD, and like theoretically, yeah, the SSDs should make it so Warzone is not 150 gigs. But like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a case-to-case thing, you know, like. I don't know if Activision's gonna completely re-optimize Warzone to take advantage of SSD loading. You know, because like the way they've described it for PS4 and PS5 games is that PS4 games still work, but they run like they're on a normal hard drive.
Yeah.
So that's why if there's a quote-unquote PS5 version of a game, they need to optimize it. So I think that optimization would involve making it so there's not as many copies of things on the game. So you just have the one thing you can completely always reference instead of constantly searching for duplicates. And that work, I feel like a lot of publishers might not do. So.
Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, like, really don't need next gen, and for me, Miles Morales is the only game that I'm like, dude, I I want that right now, even
Bug
though we've
snacks,
seen none of
though.
it. Oh yeah, come on. But yeah, it's just like I don't need that right now. And the fact that they're probably gonna be around 500 for like the PS5 and the Series X.
Yeah.
I'm like, like I don't have that right now, so don't necessarily need it. So like I'm fine waiting. Like even I'll probably get it like within the first half year. If for some reason I can get it for launch window, then I'll do it. But like I wouldn't be heartbroken if I can't get it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think like I really wish that the PS5 digital was more in line with this $300 Xbox we just saw, because that's the version I would buy. I don't care about 4K. Just give me the SSD and give me faster frame rate.
Yeah. Do you have a 4K TV? Because if you don't, like,
I don't.
You don't even. Yeah. So you don't even like. That wouldn't even matter to you at that point.
Yeah, it would not. Diamond Dog said the servers are down for them. They're working for us. I hope we don't hit an issue, but I would probably just recommend resetting the application, like close it, reboot it up. Cause yeah, we're fine right now, and we're doing online multiplayer. So,
have there been some issues for people? I haven't really been keeping track.
Not that I'm aware of. I think there was a day where there was an issue over the weekend, maybe, but yeah, I feel like it's been pretty stable from my experience compared to other games like this. But let me see what my challenges are still. What do you have on the table right now for missions? What are you thinking?
Let's see.
If you want to start leveling another hero, I'll co-op a harder harm room with you.
Ooh.
So you can get some experience.
Yeah. I think I'll probably stick with Tony.
Do you have the level 5 harm room trophy yet?
I do.
Okay.
Oh wait, do I?
Because that was tough.
It was. I was doing that before we played. Let me actually check.
Yeah, because I had to do that with a friend the other day, and I was struggling.
I did it. I want to see if I actually got the trophy. I just want to like double check. Let's see. Complete harm challenges 1 to 5. Yep, I got that.
Nice.
That was very difficult. I did that. I was doing that right before we played, and they took me like 15 minutes each. Yeah. Like the later ones, you know.
Yeah, dude, they get tough. They get very tough.
Yeah.
Let me check what my war table looks like, see if I have anything else lined up. Have you done all the other post-launch or post-game quests so far, like the Out of the Shadows, the stuff like that, those quests?
I believe so. Yeah, the only thing I have right now is Reigning Supreme.
Okay. So yeah, the thing for Reigning Supreme says to complete the Hive Mind mission chain, and if you want, we can do that. We can start out with let the game begin.
Sure. Yeah, the one I'm currently on is Desert Hive Elite, but I'm down to do the previous ones to get you up to speed.
Yeah, I don't know how many there are between you and I, but we can at least do the first one.
So there's a trophy for doing 50 of these.
Ha!
Which is, I did one, I think, either yesterday or earlier today.
I don't suppose this is good news.
They take a while, like 20, 30 minutes.
Damn, dude.
Some rather unusual activity deep in AIM territory that bears closer scrutiny.
Is this related to those AIM?
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the platinum.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we were talking, like, we should... I was trying to, like, figure a way, like, how can we do it in a way that we will get the platinum either at the exact same time, which would require a lot of coordination, or in the same stream. And some of the trophies are, like, long. And I think
Jarvis, do you have the exact
the Hive one is probably the longest. There's also complete 30 war zones at challenge 3. or higher rating. I guess that wouldn't be that bad, but it would still be 30 missions you'd have to play.
Right. So do you think then it would be just save a pretty easy trophy for last, and we both save that one for last?
We could do that. Trying to like think of what that could be.
Damn.
It would either be super easy or the harder ones.
Damn, I just went to do the request companions thing. My top row, well, obviously, like, Tony was grayed out because you're playing as him, but it said too low for Hulk and Kamala.
The surface structure has a
Damn, dude.
footprint than I would expect. I suspect they want to keep whatever this facility is secret.
So this is a +2 for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I don't think is going to be that bad.
Okay, so it always, yeah, if it's around 5, I think it's pretty easy. Or like, you know, within your wheelhouse. Okay, so it's always to the lowest amount then? So I would imagine you would never have like a 138 mission you'd have to do. Okay.
Uploading the precise coordinates of the location. Now that we're in closer proximity, I'm able to get a clearer picture of what we're dealing with. The facility is built in multiple floors, interconnected by lifts.
How many floors are we talking about?
Hard to determine, sir.
Christian.
Yes.
Can you explain the new like Hyrule Warriors game that was announced today?
Sure, dude. I am excited for it.
So I saw like tweets about it. I didn't see the trailer or anything. Is it? What's it play? Like I know the story. Like I'll just let you explain it. Like what's the deal?
So basically, remember you played Breath of the Wild. You know that in Breath of the Wild, where we pick up is 100 years after the good guys lost.
And we get those cool flashbacks.
Yes. So the event that's teased multiple times throughout the game is this big confrontation with Ganon, Calamity Ganon, and his armies. The Guardians the Guardian robots turning on Link and Zelda and the champions. The champions all dying. So it's a big bombastic thing. And one of the biggest complaints I saw with Breath of the Wild was like, oh, I wish we could have just played that story. That's so much more interesting. But I think seeing this now, I don't think we could have gotten that story in a game that plays like Breath of the Wild. Because Breath of the Wild is very much about like deliberate, usually one-on-one or small group combat. Not Link versus an army, you know? Or like the champions versus, armies. So Nintendo went to Koei Tecmo, who they worked with for Fire Emblem, the other Hyrule Warriors game, Fire Emblem Warriors. And the director of Breath of the Wild, or executive producer or whatever, said, hey, I want to tell the story of the downfall where Link dies that sets up Breath of the Wild. And I think the best way to do it is in an action game like the games you make. So it is a full canon Zelda game that tells the story that we saw referenced in Breath of the Wild. And the gameplay is much more focused on combat. It's basically like an action RPG in a way that has some crossover elements of gameplay and mechanics from Breath of the Wild. Did that answer your question?
Like Breath of the... Yeah, totally. It looks like Breath of the Wild. Like they like got the art style for it essentially, from what I saw at least.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if it's in the exact same engine and they just made one of their games in that Zelda engine.
That's awesome.
Jeez, because in the presentation they said that they worked heavily with the Zelda team for story, gameplay, mechanics, like level design. Like they worked as like a partnership with the main Zelda team for this, so I feel like it's going to be pretty good.
Now, is this a sequel to a previous Hyrule Warriors? I've heard a lot of people say like they're that word around before, and I was like, I've never heard of a Hyrule Warriors before. Granted, I'm not a Nintendo guy.
Right. So Hyrule Warriors was a game that came out on the Wii U, was ported to Switch. But basically what that game was we have to take a step back. There is a series called Dynasty Warriors that's just like you're a samurai.
Yeah, that has like 1,000 games in the series, right?
Yeah, and you just fight like a million things. You fight millions of things at once. And that's the appeal. Some people think it's pretty boring. Some people love it. But it's an action game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they started branching out to do a Warriors type game. Yes, Warriors-like games for popular franchises. And Hyrule Warriors was the first of those.
Okay.
And since then, they've done them for Fire Emblem. They did one for Persona. They're doing another Hyrule. And as they've done each one of these like spin-offs for a popular franchise, they've been like going further away from just making it a Dynasty Warriors clone. Like they adopt the mechanics and design philosophies of the games they're inspired by for the spin-off. So the first Hyrule Warriors was very much just like they made a Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters. And they respected a lot of the lore of the characters from all the different games, like lots of Easter eggs. It was kind of just like a celebration and like beat stuff up as Link.
Right.
This seems like it's 10 times the effort of that game. So.
Damn, dude. That's exciting. Like I did not anticipate. Aside from the sequel, of course, any sort of like additions to Breath of the Wild proper.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, and that like what people were saying, like that story is super interesting.
Yeah.
The 100 years prior. I agree with you. I'm glad we got what we got. But yeah, dude, that is really cool. Like the sound of it, and just seeing like how that went down. Essentially, like in my mind, it's like a Rogue One situation.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like you see like how. Or would it be Rogue One?
Kinda, yeah.
Like
they lose. That's
like
how Breath of the Wild starts.
Maybe I'm thinking like Order 66. It's like Order 66 in my brain. You know, like that catastrophic event that like really changed like the course of history. And that's super cool. That is super cool.
Yeah.
That's cool to see.
The fact
I don't think I'll get it, but I guess I'll see. But.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in it for the story alone, and clearly I like some dumb action games, right? I'm loving this Avengers.
What do you mean?
But yeah, the fact that they're doing like a canon prequel from not the main Zelda team, but in this same take on Zelda with like the same story and characters is so interesting to me because they've never done that before.
Yeah, each Zelda is like in its own like separate pocket universe, I'll say, like Pokemon, right? Isn't it essentially like pretty much different?
There's some that like take place after one another. It's usually like the one that's super different, like Ocarina of Time happens, and then same Link experiences the story of Majora's Mask.
Right.
Link to the Past goes into Link's Awakening. So like there are some games that have like a direct follow-up in a way, but it's usually just referenced in like a manual. It's like, oh, after his adventure here, like it's never ingrained in the story like it is here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, that's super exciting. Especially for a Zelda fan like you must be absolutely stoked.
Yeah, dude. I saw this Persona 5 Warriors game looks pretty cool, and it's basically a full sequel to Persona 5. So,
damn.
Not coming out into America yet, but this one I might be in for, I think.
Did we get a release date on it?
November 20th.
Damn, dude. Wow, Nintendo actually has a fall.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Yeah. So, I honestly, right now, I have more of an interest in getting this than I do for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I think I have more of an interest in this than Cyberpunk, personally. Because, like, Cyberpunk just feels overwhelming to me, and I don't think I'd love it.
Totally. I think... So, Cyberpunk is a day one for me.
Right.
I think... It's gonna come out. So is it November, right?
I think so. Cyberpunk, yeah.
Okay. It's gonna come out like in the middle of, like I'm doing a capstone, so it'll come out like in the middle of that.
Yeah.
I'll get it and like try to like put some time into it, but I won't be able to put like a ton of time into it.
Right.
But it will come close to that sort of like Christmas break that I'll get after.
Mhm.
I guess what'll be known as the unemployment break, since
Nice.
I will not be in school and I can't claim that I'm on a break
Yeah.
anymore.
Mhm.
Regardless, I will have that time to actually like sit and play and like put a ton of time into. So
Mhm.
it's coming at a okay time for me.
Nice, yeah.
So what I've noticed about the hives is that it's just a mishmash of different war zones or different
Drop zones.
whatever it's called, drop zones. Yeah.
That's actually not bad. I was expecting it to just be like waves, like a horde mode thing, but this is a little better.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's random or if each one is like floor 2 always looks like this.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is pretty much the setup.
Does this look familiar to you at all?
Yes.
Well, I mean, from when you played it before, not the fact that it's the same room we've done this same sort of thing in before.
I think this was probably the second time, or the
Okay.
second room. I actually don't know.
Gotcha. Oh, interesting. I have to hold this open.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's specific for co-op.
Yeah, damn.
I'll hold C.
Okay. I'm coming.
I got a shield.
Melt it, melt it.
I'm through.
Come on. Thor, do the hammer.
Nice.
There's one move Thor has. It's called Shooting Star. I do not know how to aim it.
What do you have to do for it?
If I'm in the air and I hold triangle, he just, like, plummets. And
like
does,
downward?
an impact. Yeah, well, no, like wherever I'm tilting the stick towards. So, like,
Oh.
I'll try doing it right now. Like, I don't know how to aim that.
I'll catch the replay.
Like, I think I aim it with the left stick, which just feels wrong. Like, I should be aiming with the right stick because that's the camera. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. We're getting revived. Alright, you're doing it. Oh yeah, dude, I can understand that.
Yeah. I'm pulling B out right now.
I'll blast it. Oh.
Nice. I got to get some health real quick.
I was thinking about War Machine today,
Nice, dude.
as I often do.
Yeah.
Not really. But I was like, dude, wouldn't it be so cool to have a minigun instead of a laser? Basically just be like Tony, but different enough
Mm-hmm.
where like you just constant like bullets instead of lasers and repulsors and stuff. That got me excited.
Yeah, do you think there's a world where if/when they introduce War Machine, he steals your heart?
I'd have to see.
Mhm.
I'd really have to see. It also comes down to, not really because it's not like a campaign or whatever. I mean, there will be for him, like a short little mission set. Comes down to the voice actor.
Sure.
So I would love to see who voices him. I'm also like excited to see who voices Hawkeye because like I couldn't tell from that 2 seconds of speaking.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
I also told them my name was not Thor. That's complete.
Did you get that Thor dialogue about him being undercover?
No, I didn't. Oh, I wasn't listening.
Okay, it was pretty funny. Like Cap was like, "So how do you go undercover in New York?" And he's like, "Oh, I put the hammer down and I wore a different shirt and I told them my name wasn't Thor."
That's comics.
That's gonna do it. Clark Kent. But yeah, I think they announced who Hawkeye was. I forget who it was. It was not Sam Witwer. But that just makes me wonder. We're assembling every single voice actor that has a name, right?
Yeah.
When is Sam Witwer gonna be in this game? And who is he gonna
You
play?
love your Sam Witwer.
Dude, Darth Maul?
You know who he's gonna be? Put your money on this, Christian. He's gonna be Bucky.
That's a good pick, dude. Wow.
I don't even need to describe it to you. Like, that's just... He's Bucky.
That is an excellent choice.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I'm going to be
we'll see
upset if
Bucky?
that's not him. Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like he's going to be in here.
Now, Bucky or Winter Soldier?
Like, Infinity War era. Like...
I see.
Like,
good Bucky.
Yeah, like he's
Reclaimed
good,
Bucky.
but he's still rocking like the metal arm and the gun and the face paints. Like, I think that's what we're getting eventually.
I wonder if that's happened in this universe.
What, Winter Soldier?
Yeah, like that arc.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because there's a lot of stuff in this universe. I'm like, has Ultron happened? Because there was a line where they're like, I don't know if it was in the comics or in like the prequel comics or in the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, oh yeah, we're fighting robots, and it's like, obviously we're doing that in this game, so that could be referred to anything.
Yeah.
But like, first thing that comes to mind is Ultron. So like, I just wonder, like, is Thanos a thing yet? Probably not. Like,
I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't know.
So one thing that makes me think Ultron hasn't happened yet is Roy, because when we're at the anthill,
Oh yeah.
Hank is showing Bruce, he's like, oh, look at this AI that I've concocted for this robot. He's just helps out around the base. And then when there's the mission where Kamala's escaping, and then she like gets caught, and he's just like, oh, you can leave.
That was funny. That was a good little bit.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna have to stealth, and then I got caught, and I was like, oh, okay.
He's like, I have to tell Dr. Banner. She's like, can you not? He's like, okay.
Yeah. He has a line where he's like, eventually I'll be a more complex AI system. I'm very rudimentary right now. Mm-hmm. So it makes me think they're planting the seeds for eventually Hank Pym, who can't transform anymore, to in his stead have a robot, Ultron, take over. Because as we know in the comics, Hank Pym created Ultron.
Okay. So you think like year 2 starts off maybe with, or it could be, it doesn't have to be year 2, but you think like a significant update is, hey, we're going after Ultron.
I think Age of Ultron will be a arc, yes. And I think,
that'd be sick.
Oh, dude, you know what? Hank Pym can't transform, right? So, oh no, we can't play as Ant-Man. What we do is we get either Wasp or Scott Lang. We get them in for the Age of Ultron expansion, where Hank Pym recruits them, and he's like, hey, I messed up. You gotta carry on the Ant-Man name. Or the Wasp
I hope
name.
it's Wasp, actually. Now that I think about it. Now, so, could you, well, stop me if I'm spoiling stuff.
Okay, okay.
Or, like, you don't have to answer if it's a spoiler. Why can't he transform in this game? I didn't pick up on that.
He said, like, in his introduction, he's like, AIM made it so I can't transform anymore. If I do, I'll die.
Oh, alright.
So.
I see.
That's all
I
he said
about that.
about it.
I was like, how can they even make Ant-Man work for this game?
Like, reverse Kamala, I think.
Yeah, but you gotta think, like, super tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of that. Like, would he just be, like, the size of, like... Would he be, like, very close to the ground at that point?
I think he'd just be small, but he can just jump really high. I think that's how they do it. Like, think the hallway scene from Ant-Man. Like, I think they just make him very, very agile.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, same.
So I guess supposedly we're getting a ton of characters, if the leaks are to be true.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. If there's... I don't remember the full list, so I don't think we could spoil anything, but what is like, your top 2? Who do you want to see in the game the most?
Daredevil?
Okay.
I'd like to see... So I don't remember the leaks, but these are just sort of pie in the sky. So Daredevil would be cool. And then I'm gonna say an X-Men.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will even show up in this. Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be cool characters.
Yeah.
What about you?
Wolverine, I think for sure would be really cool. I think it might be a little more likely So I feel like you might be able to hold out some hope, because Wolverine has been an Avenger before, right? Like, I think he's been an Avenger more than Spider-Man has, and they're adding Spider-Man to the game.
He's a loner too, like, so he doesn't always have to be like associated with the X-Men.
Yeah, like the movies are really what made him super, super iconic for being an X-Men, you know? Like, he's never been the leader, really, before the movies. So, I could see Wolverine be added. Honestly, Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Oh, along that line, Doctor Strange would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like, actually, you know what? Scarlet Witch would still, because it's no movie constraints, if Scarlet Witch was in this game, she'd be a mutant. So,
yep.
Yeah, just do that then.
Now, I'm thinking back to, was it Civil War or Civil War 2 with the Inhumans?
Inhumans was Civil War 2.
Okay. How was that introduced? It wasn't the Terrigen, right? It was something else.
In the comic, or in Civil War 2, or in general?
In Civil War 2.
Okay.
When we read that for Excelsior last summer?
Yeah.
2 summers?
So, from memory, I think that story was that the Inhumans had their own, like, country or something, and then there was an act of terrorism that an Inhuman did. Maybe?
It, like, gave them powers.
Right, like,
something.
I think they replicated the original Terrigen Mist, because that's how they were created in the comics.
Oh, okay. So Terrigen, they were created by Terrigen originally.
Yes, and the source of that in the comics was the Kree experimenting on humans.
I see. So is that how they got Terrigen in this game? Because, well, you know.
Yeah.
Is that, do you think?
Maybe? I would think yes.
Okay.
Like, they don't give you a solid answer one way or the other, but I feel like anything's kind of
connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's weird though, because from what I know of the Inhumans, because of fan castings, like, the main Inhuman is Black Bolt. Nowhere to be seen or heard of in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not super familiar with the Inhumans at all.
Did you ever watch that show, the pilot? Or, like, the first episode, like, 6 episodes they made?
No, it looked awful.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
The trailer for that was terrible.
Yeah. Dude, Thor, come on, do this takedown. I just remember when it was going to be a movie, people said Vin Diesel was going to be playing Black Bolt since he can't speak.
He excels at those roles.
Yeah, like, his voice is there for Groot, his body is there for Black Bolt. I think that's what the expectation was.
That is interesting. Like, it's really fascinating, like, piece of MCU history, because, like, I feel like there aren't a lot of examples of, like, them straight up announcing a movie and then just changing it to a TV show and then just, like,
canceling,
absolutely disregarding it. You know? Like, that's wild. We did it. There it is.
Oh, nice. That wasn't bad.
Yeah. I have a ton of stuff that I need to maneuver my inventory with.
Jarvis gave me the rundown. The data fragment you found looks familiar. When I was imprisoned, Monica wanted to build these hives, sort of a factory/field testing facility. If you can get me more data, maybe we can find a way to dismantle the operation. All local production just went offline.
Local? You're saying this isn't the only factory?
The local network contains data fragments that seem to refer to other factory hives.
They're called hives, huh? We need to destroy as many as we can. We can't let AIM build illegal synthoid combat units unchecked.
Trying to do my keep my lasers with the Hank Pym technology.
Mm-hmm.
I like using that. I don't have any gear with that right now.
Yeah, man, welcome to Destiny. That's where you gotta go. You gotta get the rolls. You gotta get like the right modifiers for your pieces of gear. Just rinse and repeat until they are exactly what you want.
That's gonna be something, I'll tell you.
Uh-huh.
Not sure how I'm gonna fare on that one, but
So, how frequently are you dismantling things?
all the time.
Good. Okay. Good.
So I would say right now, just focus on the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter. I would say like in the hundreds, you can start looking at your ratings.
Mm-hmm.
So I like try to keep a range rating high and my defense rating pretty high. I don't really care for melee for Iron Man. And heroic I try to keep like somewhat higher.
Yeah, so I haven't looked into the breakdowns yet.
Yeah. I don't even think you'd have to worry about that right now.
Okay. So heroic I'm assuming is just tied to your abilities, like for your heroics.
Yeah, that's like how much damage you'll do with your R1 or L1, or like how useful they are.
Damn, because my Thor heroic is 3 times my highest other stat.
Damn.
Like my melee is 345, my heroic is 1689.
Wow.
So that's
that's wild.
I gotta do some retooling. My defense is 500 too, so.
But the thing is, like, once you're just keep hitting like L2 to like hit equip best pretty much. Like that gear will just constantly cycle in and out, so like it's not even worth like putting points into the gear perks.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like maybe do it once or twice, like if there's a cool one in like the first or second slot.
Okay.
And like maybe up to 3 if you have a gold. But other than that, like I wouldn't even worry.
Gotcha.
Until like later levels.
Now, I don't know if you can see me right now, but I unlocked another skin in the challenge card for Thor.
Ooh, I'm looking at it. The red shirt.
I'm a big fan of this. Red shirt and khakis.
Huge fan. I like that a lot.
You want to do another hive?
Sure. I'm down for whatever.
Cool. I don't know if I'm caught up to you yet, so I don't know if this is the one that you have to do.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just browsing the old
Yeah, no rush. If you want to go through some stuff, go through some stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna check my locker real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll be good to go.
Okay.
Hard balancing all these damn numbers, dude. Okay, I don't think I have anything.
Yeah, so I'm at a 70 power level differential. So I have to... Oh, sorry. Wait. No, I'm at a 14 power level. So I should upgrade some things.
Oh, damn. Now, you can change the difficulty if you want, which will lower the power level.
Can I do that if this is the base level, though?
So you see how it's challenge 2?
Yeah.
I think that just means normal. So if you bring it down to challenge 1, it'll lower the power rating.
Interesting. Oh,
but you might have locked us in already, so I don't know if we can do that.
We'll give it a shot. But
yeah,
I forget if you said you wanted to do a harm room with somebody else, or did you just want to stick with Tony for now?
I'm down for whatever. I don't think I have anything that I particularly need to accomplish. That's like part of my confusion. I'm like, what am I even supposed to be doing right now?
Okay.
Aside from like ranking up and stuff, obviously.
Yeah, so if you want, we can just do a harm room instead, because that'll just help if you want to level somebody.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Do I go Widow or Cap? I'm gonna go Widow.
So yeah.
And I can't select her for whatever reason. Oh, I think because we're still on the hive. That's why.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave the strike team for a second, and then just reset it, because I don't think there's a way for me to undo any of this. That's weird. That's something they should fix. Let you back out of a mission after you select it.
That's really strange.
Now, I think I talked to you about this a little bit recently, but last night I looked up, as we do, because I think we might be doing this on Gamescast this week. I looked up all the upcoming releases for PS4 and Switch, because those are my consoles, to see what have my interest for the next quarter. So, like, end of this month to December, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, nothing for me.
Yeah. Except for, like, Mario and stuff, right?
Yeah, like, Mario, I already have pre-ordered, so, like, I'm not even really counting that. Like, I want to get Crash. I'm probably getting the Destiny expansion. I think I'm going to get Zelda, but, like, I feel like that's nothing. Like, I was prepared to put aside, like, $300 for games this fall and cap myself there.
You know what, Christian?
What's up?
I'm going to say it. Kind of glad. It's a little slow.
Same.
I like the molasses feeling that we got going right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine if this is my game for like the next few months.
Oh no. Yes, exactly. And my point was, this makes me feel a lot better about potentially caving and buying Tony Hawk in the next week or two.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm right there with you. I've really been thinking about it. And I'm pretty close to getting it.
Yeah.
But like I can hold out because that's just like an evergreen game, you know?
Yeah.
It'll just always be there.
Yeah.
Now, if this was Tony Hawk's Underground remake,
oh yeah.
I would have bought the $200 version.
Yeah, dude. Same. Do you prefer Thug or Thug 2? Also, before you answer that, which do you want to queue up the helicarrier thing and then invite me, so you can pick what difficulty you want?
Yes. What should I do? So I have my level 5 Black Widow, and she only has an 11 power rating. Should I do like just the first harm room, second harm room?
I'd say
what should I do here?
One, or like one, and we'll breeze through one, and then we can do two, and then you'll get more experience.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Now, didn't mean to do that. Oh wait, no. So I can start it and then invite
I think you select the mission, then you can invite me.
Okay, sweet. Exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so to answer your question with a bullet, it is Tony Hawk's Underground. This was probably my second Tony Hawk game after Pro Skater 4. And it just had... I was thinking about this game recently. I think it still has the best skateboarding story in any video game. That's not to say it's like grade A quality storytelling, because it sure isn't.
What, you didn't like Bam Margera in Thug 2?
That's some stuff Bam Margera in that game. Or Polly. Remember Polly?
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, for what it is, like, it is obviously like a goofy, cheesy sort of skating story. But that's kind of like what skating is. Like, doesn't take itself too seriously. And it's really fun. And it's a cool story of like someone going to try to become a pro and like running into his idols along the way, and also like starting off in like this sketchy town, and then then going on to New York City, and then eventually going to Tampa to like try and like get on a team. Then you could choose a team. It's great stuff. But yeah, I think that's just quintessential Tony Hawk for me. Huge fan.
Nice.
And it's also like, instead of like, you know, Pro Skater, it's focused on like being like a regular run-of-the-mill skater.
Yeah, I feel like it's more about the culture than the other ones are. Like Pro Skater, yeah, it touches on that a bit, but like Thug is like, you're in it, you know, like you're running around these streets, you're just like finding cool things to do. Yeah, to be fair, I have not played the original Thug. I've just played Thug 2, but man, I love Thug 2.
Thug 2 is great. I like it as well. I would just flip flop between the two because they're so similar.
Mm-hmm. Now,
But yeah, I love those games.
I think I'm gonna switch to a different character to level, because I have a level 5 Hulk and a level 6 Iron Man. I'm gonna be one of them, I think, to level them up as well.
So this is starting in 18 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with Hulk.
Let's do it.
I have not played Hulk since the campaign,
Same.
so
Ooh, I like that banner for Hulk.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I unlocked that one.
I've seen a lot of people run with the classic Black Widow outfit that I got on right now.
Yeah, I'm using the same one. The hair is like red, all capitals. Like,
yeah, the slider is just all the way.
Yeah.
Over saturation 200%.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the skin. It's cool.
I would probably never change it.
Yeah, that's the one as soon as I got her in the game, I switched it to that one.
Same.
What I really like though, I like her covers, like codename whatever. I think those are fun because like it's a different codename for like a different look and a different name. So it's like codename Marissa or like Serena, like stuff like that. I feel like that's fun. But
I haven't messed around with that too much or seen any of that.
Yeah.
Now I will probably focus Black Widow on like a melee range character, because her pistols are cool, and I feel like if you put a ton of points into that'd make for a good build.
Yeah, absolutely. Her being my backup, the only thing I can recommend: do not buy the SMGs because it will default to that every time you spawn, and they suck.
Oh, that sucks. Why does it do that?
I have no idea. I don't know. Because like with Tony, you still default to repulsors, right? You have to toggle for the other ones.
You just hit the D-pad over once.
Right, and yeah, you do that for Widow as well, except when you unlock the Uzis, at least it was like this in the beta, so I didn't want to mess with it this time. You unlock the Uzis every time you drop in. That's what you default to.
That ain't it.
No, it's
the
really
pistols
not.
are the way to go.
Yeah, I like the Magnum too, but yeah, as a ranged character, she's pretty great.
Shout out to Kamala as well. I think she's great.
Kamala's a
playing
lot of
character.
fun. Like, if I didn't have such a strong attachment to all of these other Avengers already going into this game, I would have kept playing her.
Oh, for sure. She is the best surprise of 2020 in gaming. Like, without a doubt. I did not anticipate her even being in the spotlight as much as she was, and her stealing the show.
Yeah.
And it seems that everyone is like, most people have that sentiment where it's like, damn, like, I thought this was an Avengers game. This is what it really is like a Kamala Khan story, and the Avengers just kind of happen to be the backdrop.
Yeah.
But still, I think she excels.
100%.
Dude, I watched Spider-Man 2 recently.
Okay.
That shit fucking holds up.
Really?
Well, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
There are some lines in there. It's just like, man.
Dude, you know what I hate about that movie?
Oh god, what? What do you got?
The MJ play thing.
Oh,
that
that's the
one?
worst. Yeah, that is.
That's just like, why don't you come to my play? And he's like, and then he recites poetry to her.
Day by day.
I hate it so much.
And she was like, I'm getting married in a church.
Yeah, and it just drives away.
Yeah, any interaction, I will concede, any interaction between Peter and MJ is just garbage.
Yeah.
It's absolute garbage. It's really funny though. But yeah, for a movie, no, not the best. But anything else, like, I think that's still the best Peter Parker story
Okay.
in a movie, because it really shows like how he cannot balance being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker. Like that balance just doesn't exist, but he's trying his best.
Yeah.
Like that's what the whole movie is, and I think it really excels at it. And like he does not catch a break the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like at all. And that's Spider-Man. And I think they really like they just absolutely nail it. And it's something I was thinking about when I was watching it. I was like, it doesn't, like, the new Spider-Man just doesn't have that grit to it, and it doesn't feel like he's really battling through that much. I think Far From Home kind of touched on it a little bit, but that was more him dealing with Tony than him dealing with anything going on in his life other than that.
Yeah. I have a theory.
I hope future Spider-Mans are more grounded. Yeah, what's up?
So I think based on what we saw in Far From Home, based on like what the Spider-Man is so far, I really think in hindsight we've just been building him up to tear him down. Like I think
Ooh, I hope so.
now that the world knows who he is, I think that's going to be a much more bigger deal. Like I think kind of like what you were talking about last year with that Back in Black story you read, like the consequence of the world knowing who he is. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill Aunt May in the next Spider-Man, or like,
oh, if they went Back in Black or in some way in that direction, because that's kind of what you were mentioning.
Yeah.
Aunt May, that's pretty much happens in that book. I would love that, dude. That really is like Peter's lowest point.
Yeah.
Is Back in Black. So I would absolutely be all for that.
Yeah, I think if they wanted to write him out of like being in that situation, I would listen to them, but I think there's still potential to do it in an interesting way where like maybe something drastic like that does happen and that just destroys him, and then he has to go like super ground level. I think this is how we get Spider-Man's a Menace, and then maybe say by the end of the movie there's a way for him to get his identity back, and like that's his one win maybe. But everybody hates him still. Like, they don't know it's Peter Parker anymore, maybe, but they hate Spider-Man. Like, I think that might be where we're going, potentially.
Now, we know that it's going to be called something with the word home in it.
Yes.
At least as far as I'm aware. What do you think it's going to be called? I think it's probably going to be called Spider-Man Homesick.
Homesick's the rumor I've seen, I think, right?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, too. I think I'm leaning toward that one.
That's a fine name, but for the sake of content, we're gonna think of a new one.
Let's do it.
Home.
Spider-Man Home Star Runner.
I was just gonna say Home Star Runner. I don't know. Home.
Home is where the heart is.
Huh. Leaving home, maybe, because he's going off to college now, right? Like,
ooh, that's a good one. That's actually a good one.
Plus, like, double entendre, triple entendre. Like, in case Sony takes him back, it's like, oh, going home now. But also, or leaving home, I guess. The other would be leaving home, Spider-Man, like. Again, sort of going away from the Peter we've seen so far, like just moving on to the more Spider-Man PS4 era Peter, in a way. I really think we're gonna tee something up for like what people want to see that didn't like Tom Holland. I think we're about to get that.
I just hope that it's just not another comedy movie. Which, like, don't get me wrong, I really like Homecoming, and Far From Home has some good moments to it. They're too light, I think. You know, and obviously that's within the MCU formula, but I kind of hope it breaks away from it a little bit.
Yeah, I think also, like, in 90% of Spider-Man media, we touch on, like, high school Peter Parker for, like, a minute, you know? Like, we never have gotten this extent of storytelling in adaptations, at least, of Peter being in high school. So I think keeping this trilogy along those lines, like a little lighter, less consequential about being a superhero, being more of a kid. Like, I think that's intentional. And if that rumor was true that they're doing like 3 trilogies, I think we're about to hit the like Tobey Maguire tone. Not goofy, but like a lot more of like, oh, things actually matter when I do things. I can destroy people's lives. Like, I think that's coming.
I hope so. And I think Tom Holland could excel in that type of role.
Definitely.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Same.
Oh man, these skill trees are very once they're not filled out, it's like, oh boy, these are very in depth.
Yeah, they're pretty daunting. I got 3 skill points for the Hulk right now.
Yeah, I got 2.
Honestly, I'm a little bit bummed that I can't rip up turf as the Hulk and make boxing gloves out of it.
That would be dope.
Like, I know the old Hulk game let you do that with cars. I'm not saying we have to just spawn a car every time I want to use that ability, but, like, I'm flexible.
Now, the first T for T rated video game I ever played was the movie tie-in to Ang Lee's Hulk.
That's a pull.
Yeah. I don't think I ever finished it.
Was it like Ultimate Destruction, or was it like...
I think it was more linear.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sounds wrong.
Yeah, you know, like when you're a kid, every game is just kind of good.
Yep.
Or anything you consume is just like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I think even I was like, I don't know if this is kind of, I don't think this is that good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, what was my first teen game? I don't even know what my first teen game was. I remember my first M game was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because I used that, oh, it's history argument.
Oh, that's good, dude.
I was like, hey, we're learning about Rome right now. If I'm spending my free time learning about Rome in this game, I'm just gonna ace history. Worked for me, did not work for my friend. He ended up on a newspaper because he used that argument.
Wait, what?
I don't want to like dox anybody, but there was a newspaper about this type of violent video game story that he ended up being featured in because he tried to get a violent video game about assassins.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Imagine like trying to do that, like trying to scheme your parents out of that and ending up with a newspaper. Shit, dude.
Yeah. What do you feel? You feeling one more harm room?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Grinding's easier when you got a friend.
Definitely. Now, should we do number 2?
What level's your widow now?
She is... Oh, I'm getting kicked out. Oh, wait, here we go. She's level 7. And she still has the power level. I don't think the power level will change because they don't drop
it won't because the gear. We can do the second one, yeah. Second one's fine.
Okay. Dude, my dad had Black Panther on because they were playing some of Chadwick Boseman's movies, just on TV. And he finished it. He was like, wow, that was really good. And he saw Stan Lee's name in the credit. He's like, oh, Stan Lee. It's like, yeah, it's a Marvel movie. He's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. He also saw Endgame. But he'd like never seen like an MCU movie before that. He just like it was just like a cultural event, so he just went to see it. And I was like, yeah, Black Panther like takes place in the same universe. Remember like how he shows up in that movie? He's like, oh yeah, he does. I was like, man, people are really like are still like out of the loop like that, and it's just crazy to think about.
I mean, I don't even think it's like a generational thing either, because like there was one point in high school. I don't know if I've told you this story, but. This kid,
I think I know where you're going.
Yep, there's this kid I went to high school with. It was like sophomore year, so it was like around Age of Ultron, probably before Age of Ultron came out. Actually, no, it was freshman year, so it was definitely before Age of Ultron. We were in like a study or something, or like a homeroom working on projects, and then he was just like talking to me a little bit, and he's like, "Dude, I heard Batman's gonna be in the next Avengers movie," and I was like, "Oh." Oh really? Like I didn't want to say anything and be like that.
You
Actually,
know that
guy.
well to be like, you idiot.
Yeah, but the whole time I was just like, oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, Batman's great. Yeah, put him in there.
Yeah, I get it. Like, if you're not in there, like, what's the difference? You know, they're all
Yeah.
superheroes.
Yeah.
I totally understand it, but it is funny to think about.
5 years from now, Disney's gonna own them too. Like,
Probably. Let the monopoly continue.
yeah. Now, at one point, does somebody make a Monopoly movie, and when is it made by Disney?
Dude, that would be some good stuff.
I know Hasbro works with Universal a lot, but why don't they just like for fun, just do that? If I worked for
That'd be
Hasbro,
quite
I would try to get that meeting to happen.
The Monopoly movie? Dude, they made it like the Emoji movie, so anything's possible.
Disappointed it's over.
Did that movie do well?
I can't imagine it did, but I'm glad it didn't because the same studio made Spider-Verse.
Oh my god, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, exact same. I don't know if it's the same creative team, but it's the same animation studio. They did Emoji Movie, and then they made Into the Spider-Verse.
Wild, dude.
Yeah. So, there's another question. We've been talking about Spider-Man, right? If this game really does go for echo flares, like Smash, like clones, essentially,
Yeah.
does Miles get added with Peter? Do we do like a double feature scenario with Hawkeye and Kate?
Well, if they continue that trend, when they add a new character, they essentially just add 2 characters. I could see it. I could see them doing that. I could also see them doing maybe like Spider-Gwen.
That I
Just kind of
honestly,
mixing it. And I'd probably rather have
yeah,
that.
just so there's more like of a mix, because like I'm already bummed that the Peter we're getting is another new Peter and not Insomniac Peter. But
So
having
weird.
like 2 takes on them when there's like Silk and Spider-Gwen and like tons of other characters you could do, like Spider-Man 29.9 even, like do someone cool, like do someone that we haven't seen in a video game yet, you know?
Totally. Oh, I'm done.
Alright, I'm coming. Oh,
My
God.
Iron Man's here.
Alright.
You're good now.
Oh wait, no, he just passed by me.
Oh my god, okay, I'm coming.
There we go. My OP Spider-Man, or my OP Iron Man.
Do you think you're gonna main Spider-Man when he drops?
Absolutely not.
Interesting.
Save this recording, but at the moment, no. I'm stuck on Iron Man right now,
Yeah.
and I would be surprised if that changed.
Okay,
Also,
so,
like, it's just not gonna feel as good as Spider-Man should. Like, I just know that's gonna be the case.
Sure, yeah. I feel like, though, after playing Black Widow a lot, they can make Spider-Man really fun.
If I
Like-
could aim and shoot, like, little gadgets with L2 and R2, then that'd be cool. We'll see.
I don't know if you've done this a ton with Widow yet, but you know her zip line that she does, like R2, she pulls herself to an enemy?
Yep.
You can chain that. So if you, like, pull yourself to an enemy, get 2 hits, and then hit R2 again, you can just stay in the air as long as you can maintain that combo going.
Like, for aerial,
Aerial, yeah.
enemies. Okay, that's sweet. I feel like it's the fighting characters that have a lot of nuance to them. And I gotta get used to that.
Yeah.
I will say, though, constantly shooting her pistols makes my finger hurt. So I'm just got that Call of Duty finger, just, you know, using my semi-auto skills. Hopefully, like, the range and the fire rate improve.
Disappointed it's over.
Yeah, like, I think their solution for you is to get the Uzis, but man, they're not good.
Maybe like a beefed up set of Uzis would do it for me.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, this is this is essentially her repulsors, because you can hold it down and do like a charge shot.
Yeah.
And the Uzis would essentially be like the lasers. So maybe I'm gonna have some severe carpal tunnel playing.
Yeah.
Lockwood.
Honestly, maybe that's what my arm was hurting the other day. But the thing that sucks the most about him is that if you're holding it down for too long, the spread just gets obnoxiously large.
I'm sure.
So like you're not even hitting anything at that point.
I heard a lot of people playing as Iron Man, come to think of it.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. But like I feel like people are mostly going Cap.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Cap and I'm seeing a lot of Widow recently.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen very little Hulk. Like,
yeah, people are not liking Hulk.
Well, it's weird because I think the one I've seen the most actually, or the least, is probably Thor. But the one I've seen brought up the most about not maining them is Hulk. Like,
yeah.
I haven't seen people being like, "Oh, I'm not maining Thor." I've just seen a lot of people that are like, "Yeah, not playing Hulk." But nobody's talking about being Thor, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So, like, do you think realistically, because they're gonna potentially be adding so many characters, that some of the base roster gets no 11 time?
Yeah, probably. I could see that happening. Because, like, I feel like they'll have more time to work on like, if there's some flaws that they didn't like about these, the dev team didn't like about these characters, they can be like, all right, well, what can we do for the upcoming characters?
Right.
And improve them. I'm down up top.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, because I mean, like, they could always
Cap's got me.
patch some stuff. Like, they could patch Hulk. They could nerf or buff anybody. Like,
I'm sure they will.
yeah. But
I did the bad thing, Christian.
what'd you do?
I restarted My Hero Academia.
Nice.
I was like, oh, maybe I'll start something new. Nope. Straight comfort. We're going straight comfort.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so good, dude. Like,
Yeah.
come on. It's so, like, it gets me so hyped.
Yeah.
Like, I started running recently, and, like, that's the reason. Is because, like, I have so much energy from the show, I need to, like, release it somehow.
Yeah. The theme, or like the action theme, you say run, excellent. Excellent for motivation.
Is that the very first season?
No, not the like the title theme, but like the one that kicks in when like Midori is like doing some narration and like
Oh,
is
is it
about
like
to like flick somebody and like destroy their life. Like,
is it some, like, with some rap in the background, like someone's like saying like a few words?
I
Or
don't
am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something else.
Okay. There's like that, like, sometimes they repeat, like, that one's like drum heavy is the one I'm thinking of.
This is much more a like violin or something.
Okay.
Something with strings.
Yeah, the music is excellent in that show, regardless.
Yeah. Sorry. Dude, the number of times I've swung at Iron Man in this game.
Oh yeah, any character really, but yeah, especially Iron Man, because he just looks like the enemy.
Yeah, there have been times where I did not fight an enemy because I thought it was Iron Man. Like,
Yep.
Now, there's really no shortage of anime games. And when I say anime games, I don't just mean anime art style. I mean like just an adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
But a My Hero game that's not just the arena brawler they have, like an actual like an open world city superhero open world game, but about an anime show. How realistic do you think that is?
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Probably not. I feel like, so it is, from my understanding, like, it is a very popular anime.
Yeah.
a very popular anime does not necessarily mean a very popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
general public, that game won't sell. That is like, it would be a cult game if it came out. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't, unless they did like a huge rebrand somehow to like get it in the hands of people who are not familiar with the series, then I can see that. But I would never see like a major studio publishing that game.
So, Bandai Namco...
Platinum would make that game, I feel.
Okay. Yeah, Bandai Namco is usually the one that does like the Dragon Ball games, the One Piece games, the Naruto games. The only thing is that even if it doesn't sell to like a general public, every fan of that show is gonna get that game. So I feel like you have like somewhat of a safe bet. And they've made 2 of those like brawler arena combat My Hero games already. So for how many Dragon Ball games there are that are just telling the exact same Dragon Ball Z story, I think they could do one My Hero. Also, is this thing stuck?
This thing is not my Iron. Look at my Iron Man.
Yeah, he's just like pumping a laser into
Posing
that.
right now. Oh, he's not even for me. He's just sitting there.
Oh, he's got his hand in the vent shooting a laser at it.
Don't look now.
Now he's invisible. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Nice.
That was almost a situation.
Yeah.
Looks clear for now.
Arm 2 complete.
Cool.
So where's your Widow at now? How many levels you get out tonight?
Let's see. There's like a constant ringing just until now.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. I am level 9.
Nice.
Halfway through level 9.
Sick.
Yeah. I'm thinking she'll be my backup character. I feel like you need to have like 2 backup characters. You got your main and then 2 backups.
Yeah, I think that's a safe number to have, right? Because I don't know how many of your other friends got this, but I know amongst the people that I have been talking to about this game, thankfully none of them want to be Thor. But as far as my backup goes, I got a lot of crossover with some backups and some of my friends that are going to be maining characters. So like I think the backup situation, especially once my Thor hits level cap, is going to have to be like between 2 people. So yeah. But what do you think? You want to call it there?
I'm down to call it. I'm down to keep going.
All right. If you want to do one more, if you want to hit Widow to level 10, we can do Harm Room 3.
Let's do it.
All right, dude. Let's do it.
Okay. I will say, huge gripe of mine for this game, the menus, super slow.
Now, do you mean navigation or like just in general?
Navigating. Like
really?
Getting to where I need to go is like, I don't know if it's a PS4, a base PS4 thing. But like, if I'm opening up, let me do it once I'm like loaded in. Okay. So if I'm opening up like my character, like the touchpad, right? I got objective skills, gear, all that kind of stuff. Like to navigate over to like cosmetics takes way too long. Like in the dead middle, it like stops on each one. I can't like keep cycling through.
Do you know how to use the cursor?
I didn't know you could do that. Wow.
That's how I've been doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, but I'm okay. I'm trying it out right now.
Yeah.
Even still, like loading it up, like will take like a second to get into the menu.
Yeah, like it's not ideal, but
no, it's not.
I think it's okay. You know, like it could be worse.
Yeah. I'm just so used to the Apex menus that are just breezy through. You know.
Yeah. Ooh, it looks like Kevin Diaz is starting Crash Bandicoot tonight.
Whoa.
I'm gonna check that out once we're done, cause man,
Nice.
he's gonna rage. Have you played Crash before?
Never. I did like over my like cousin's house, like on the PS1.
Okay.
So can't speak to it.
Let me tell you, if you're looking for a challenge, that's the platinum. That's the collection to buy for some platinums, because I got all 3 of them, and I think it collectively took like 6 years off my life. 5 of them are just Crash 1.
Jeez. Yeah, I saw like, I think I saw, was it Funhouse back in the day playing Crash when it came out, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about this one. I don't think I could. I don't have the muscle memory for that game.
Yep. It is something.
A Kyle Style in the chat is asking if we get the spinning camera glitch, and I'm not sure what he's talking about. What they're talking about.
Okay. I think I've gotten something before, but it's usually when I'm in the middle of an action and then I pull up a menu. So there hasn't been a gameplay like Spinning Kyle. There hasn't been a moment where I'm playing the game like this and all of a sudden it just does this.
All I do is win, win, win.
Like that hasn't happened to me before. But that would be very annoying if it happens the way that I just tried to showcase.
Yeah. I've had some bizarre glitches though. Like I sent you a Snapchat of this. Actually a few I sent. I was flying through a mission once and like the whole skybox was clipping.
Yeah.
So it would be like black, white, black, white, black, white. And I was like, oh god, it was literally nauseating. And then I had one where when you defeat like a group in this, the game goes slow-mo for a hot second.
Yeah.
But it stayed in slow-mo until I defeated another group.
That's pretty funny.
It was honestly funny. But yeah, those are the big ones I've encountered.
Yeah, I didn't really hit many bugs. Like, my Kamala was bald at the end of the A-Day sequence where she was, like, standing up from the vent.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, I thought it was, like, a way to represent that she was morphed by the Terrigen Mist. I was like, oh, whoa. What is that doing to her? But, like, then I thought about it. I was like, I don't think it was that way in the beta. Were they just trying to hide that? And then, like, a day later, I was talking to Omar, and he's like, oh, so I saw you got the bald Kamala bug. I was like, oh. Okay.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I think my main issue so far was just some performance dips, and then, the decrypting the costumes not showing up for blues. Yeah,
mine's hit or miss for that.
Yeah.
I got my cap. I got my cap Avengers MCU costume, essentially, in a blue drop.
Yeah,
yeah, I've had some that like don't work.
For me, I've only gotten blues if they're for Iron Man. I popped 2 blues for Iron Man. Purples work fine every time, but the only blues that have worked for me out of the maybe like 4 or 5 I've tried, I have just been Iron Man, and it's been 2 of them.
Oh, so can I use a purple? Like, no question.
Purple should work.
Okay. I have 1 purple. I was saving it for a patch, but I might just drop it. I don't really care if I lose it.
Right. Like, for me, the purple has worked the 2 or 3 times I've done it.
Cool.
So.
You know, I feel like the camera is slightly different on certain characters. Because, like, I'm punched in a little bit more with Widow, and it's making me much more aware of, like, the attacks that I'm receiving. So, like, I'm much more cognizant of, like, dodging or trying to parry than I would be with Iron Man. Iron Man, I don't even care. I'm usually just in the air, and I'm like, oh, missile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I know they changed it to make the camera wider as a default than it was in the beta, at least for the first 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, I assume they expect Thor and Hulk players to play similarly, so I haven't really noticed a difference playing as Hulk for the last, like, half hour, but yeah, Widow, I definitely like notice when the camera goes out a little bit with her. So yeah, I think you might be right. I think by default for her it might be a little closer.
Now, can you explain this to me? Her intrinsic ability, like the red meter up top, is that just like you keep a combo going and you'll do more damage?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. That I feel like it's hard to keep that meter up, for me at least. Like it goes up fairly slowly. I'm sure that'll improve.
Yeah.
In the skill tree.
Once you like, I think the easiest way I found to do it, because I don't do it a lot. Usually it happens by accident. Is when I'm chaining the R2 zip lines, like I said, like.
Yeah.
Zip in 2 hits, zip in 2 hits, like that will boost it pretty well.
I see. I like Widow. I think she's gonna be a good secondary.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. I hope, considering Kate and Clint are going to be ranged, mainly Kate, because that's probably the one I'll play out of the two.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she just feels as good to move around with as Widow does, like for agility, jumping, zip into things. I hope that's there.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this off stream. Oop, I'm about to die. I wonder how the bow and arrow are gonna play in this game.
Yeah, like how fast is it gonna be?
I think it'll be like repulsor fast, Tony repulsor fast. Maybe.
Okay. Like, I can't imagine it's as slow as Thor's hammer, but I don't think it's gonna be as fast as the pistols. For Widow.
Definitely slower than the pistol, and
like Thor's hammer takes some time to throw.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that slow. I think it'll be closer to Iron Man's repulsor. Maybe Widow's Magnum is a good.
Yeah, I think you nailed it with the Magnum. So yeah,
that might be
Kate's gonna be like a pure ranged character then. I think.
Yeah.
If she's that slow by her default.
I think she'll have like a staff or something to go in melee.
Yeah, like I think Clint has his sword, so it'd be cool if Kate had like a baton or something. I don't know.
Oof. These adaptoids can be tough.
Yeah, dude. They're rough. I meant to ask you this earlier, when we were talking about the, like, Ultron stuff. Like, we talked about heroes. Who would you want to see as a villain? Because as cool as Ultron would be story-wise, not playable, but to, like, fight as, like, a story thing. Like, Ultron would be awesome from a story perspective, but, like, we just had a whole-ass campaign about fighting robots. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like Doctor Doom, maybe?
Yeah, maybe someone like that we haven't seen in the MCU. The only ones I could think of, though, are Spider-Man villains. So, like, I'm not super versed on, like, Marvel villains that aren't, like, in the MCU. Or Spider-Man that aren't Spider-Man villains, so... Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure.
Do you think you'd want...
MODOK I thought was okay.
Yeah.
Like, he was fine. I didn't think he blew me away or anything.
Yeah, he just kind of, like, became MODOK.
Yeah, exactly.
He was fine. Do you think you'd want, like, a Galactus or something? Like...
The thing is, like, I don't know what they're doing with this game. Like, is this going to be the only Avengers game? Or, like, are they going to do Avengers 2 and 3? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet for next gen it's just this. I bet PS6 is when we get, or like the last 2 years of next gen, I think, is when we might get Avengers 2 if they do that. Like, I think a lot of live service games, like Division 2 and specifically Destiny 2, have realized how pointless it is to make a sequel. Like, Bungie has openly said, without like fully saying outright, that if they were not with Activision, the game would not be called Destiny 2 right now. It would just be called Destiny, and there never would have been a Destiny 2.
They definitely, like, launched, or, like, they position that game as like a console MMO FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously second one came out. I would totally be fine if this was just the platform for their game.
Like, if eventually they wanted to charge like a fee for a significant expansion.
Yeah, $20 for the Age of Ultron. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, like, depending on what it is and like how frequently they come, like if there's one every 2 years and they want to charge me like $40 for it, I'd be okay with that. Like, if it's a full campaign again every 2 years and then the in-between is just seasonal stuff for free, like, I'm fine with that, honestly.
I agree. I'd be all for that. I'm like still even surprised that I like this game.
I'm glad you do.
You know, like, you knew, like, going into this I had my severe reservations. Even like when it was announced, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's hitting with me. It's hitting with me right now in the first weekend.
Yeah.
That could change by next weekend even. I don't think it will. Because I love just like, all right, what's the dailies?
Mm-hmm.
What's the weeklies? I like the progression with each character. So, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I am all for it.
And we're probably going to touch on this a little more for the episode on Saturday for Excelsior, available on podcast services now. Like, they leave a lot of openings for story stuff that they could follow up on, presumably at any time. Like, I don't think some of the hints they left off on are going to be years out. I think they could do it in 3 months, could have significant story stuff. Like, I think it's, the potential's like wide open right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to deal with the fixes they got to do from launch, which personally, from what I've seen on my playthroughs, has not been a lot of things, but I'm gonna do a little more investigating on the subreddit before we record this week to see what the general community issues are.
I've run into a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But like it hasn't ruined my experience. Obviously, I'm still playing right now, and really enjoying it. But yeah, I've definitely I encountered more in like the campaign than I have in the Avengers initiative. Here's a question: can you replay the campaign?
I mean, I think you'd have to be able to, because there's that trophy for playing the campaign on Brutal.
Is there? I don't think there is.
I thought there was.
I don't think there's a campaign difficulty trophy.
Okay, I can double check that. I thought somebody told me that you had to play the campaign on Brutal for the Platinum. But as from what I've seen, I don't think there's a way to ground up play the campaign on your current save.
So you'd have to start up. I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Doing a quick trophy check.
Because, like, I'm trying to think of how they do that. Like, would they have to implement the New Game Plus for you to be able to do that with, like, carrying over your stats? Because I don't know if they'd be able to, with the way the game works right now, just allow you to hop back in and scale everything.
Yeah. So from a quick cursory glance, there's not appear to be a trophy tied to difficulty.
Damn. Well, that's a weight off my shoulders for getting this platinum.
Yeah. I'm already 60% through the trophy list without even like actively going for a trophy.
Yeah, I'm at like 55 right now.
It's like a fairly good trophy list. I think there's a few trophies in there that are a bit grindy.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not too bad.
It's really not. And I'm excited to go for it.
Same.
Do you want to do anything else or for the night, or are you cool?
I'm good with. I'll leave it up to you. I'm clearly not very busy.
Yeah,
So
I'm not either. I just
down
didn't know if you had somewhere to be.
I got nowhere to be.
Okay. That was 3, right? So we have 4 next. Is your Widow scaled for 4 right now? Like, is she good for that, or? Because I know the jump from 3 to 4 is a little bit of a gap.
Let's see. I would say it says the same mission power in every harm room.
Okay.
But I'd be down to do a different mission if you want.
Sure. Let me see what I have on the table.
I might revert back to Iron Man.
Ooh, I got something new in Utah. Oh, I have the Desert Hive.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Let me... Huh. Weird. I'm looking at the Evil Reborn Hive quest right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it says... Sorry, the Hive Mind quest. It says complete the Evil Reborn mission as my next objective. But I think the Evil Reborn mission is the one that's in... I want to say the Snowy Tundra that I said I was like significantly low on for my power ranking. So
Might have to do some grinding.
Yeah, unless like this is the next one and they expect me to do this one first and not give me an objective to do this one. But
yeah, it should like your power level will increase significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll just get a ton of. Do you go for like all the chests and stuff each Warzone?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, then as long as you're paying attention to all the new stuff you're getting, it goes up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I normally go for those. So.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found yourself in a position at all where your squad is underleveled?
All the time.
Yeah.
Because like my highest like power level aside from Tony, who's 138, is like 23. So
Damn.
yeah, I should probably put some work into that. Eventually, like I'll want to have like most, if not all, of the heroes at max power.
You're gonna have to, or max level is a trophy, I know. So
I don't think all of them.
There was something that was like reach a collective 250 levels. So that
250 power level, I believe.
Oh, is it power level? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, eventually that will just pop.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
I think it's power level. Yeah.
If it's power level, that's not bad. I might have just read it wrong the other day because I was skimming. So.
Do you ever use like trophy guides?
Yes.
If you go for platinums?
Yes.
What are you using? What's your go-to?
I usually either check PSN profiles or sometimes I'll do power picks because sometimes not everything is on PSN.
Is the way.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start leaning on them more.
I used to exclusively use. This is good for older trophy lists. PlayStationTrophies.org, which Podcast Beyond used to recommend all the time. So I would go there for like PS3 games, and now on PS4, I think Power Picks is like the gold standard for trophy lists.
Interesting. Well,
but PSN Profiles is good too. Like
Yeah.
it's community sourced, as is like most of the trophy lists out there are. But you can also like go through different people's lists and like get like sort of an average of things, and like you can have preference as to how the list is sorted and stuff like that. So that's also a good one. But you were about to say?
Yeah, I was looking the other day because for how much I loved this game, I was like, you know what? I love Uncharted. I loved Avengers. I should play Tomb Raider finally. So I got the 2013 Tomb Raider on the PSN for like $3 the other day. And I think I might stream that on my Twitch at some point this year and then go into Rise. But I was like, hey, that might be a fun platinum. So I looked up the platinum guide. It's got a hell of a lot of multiplayer trophies from a service that is barely active anymore. Yeah, dude.
Sucks.
Yeah, dude. So I'm not getting that Tomb Raider platinum.
Damn.
Like,
wait, really? That's...
Yeah, I saw like some posts on Reddit about it, and it was like posts in 2020 that was like you'd have to find like 3 or 4 people and just grind out the trophies, which like that's
me and Kev.
Dude, I don't know if Kevin would be down for that. He's just starting to get into platinums.
That's true. He's not a big platinum guy.
Yeah. Like he just did Ghost. That was his first one.
Oh, dude, he should do Spider-Man.
He absolutely.
That's the
should.
best platinum trophy there is.
Yeah.
In my humble PlayStation trophy opinion, I think that is the best platinum trophy that exists.
Yeah, I think he should go for Spider-Man also. I've been telling him that. I think he should go for God of War, honestly, because it's not a hard plot. Like, the Ravens were just kind of annoying, but it's not a hard list.
That'd be a fun, like, little stream. Couple streams.
Yeah, especially because he just finished the God of War, like, series. Like, doing a couple one-offs, just trying to get that platinum, grind out those last few trophies.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the God of War platinum was a good challenge, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, the Sigrun fight took me, like, 2 hours.
Yeah, that took a long... I had to go through Niflheim and Helheim to, like, get some, like, max level gear, and then go back and do it. Because, like, I would die so often that I'd be like, I'm coming back to this later.
Yeah.
And then eventually do it.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened to me. So you said you weren't really into or had a history with Crash, but what about Spyro?
Same. Again, I played it on my cousin's, I think, PS1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the year 2000.
Okay.
So that's my knowledge. Oh, you know something?
What's up?
I wanted to rent a Spyro game from Blockbuster once,
Okay.
and I got the case, but inside was a GameCube game,
Oh. That's not
and
good.
my dad returned it, and then I just kind of forgot about it and just never got the actual copy.
That's unfortunate, because...
So that prevented me from renting any further Spyro games.
Now, what if I told you the Spyro Reunited trilogy? 3 of the easiest platinums you'll ever get in your life.
Ooh.
And they're
I like
really
the sound of that.
they're fun games. They're very fun games. I always preferred Spyro over Crash as a child because like I only played one Crash game and it was Crash 2. Loved it to death. One of my favorites of all time. But Spyro, consistent. They got 3 great games right there. And
I mean,
you
right?
basically just have to play through the whole game and collect some stuff, and then you have it.
That sounds like a good platinum.
Mhm.
Specifically, like, for me right now, like, there was a point where I was platinuming games, because I like platinuming, obviously. That's
Yeah.
why I do it. But there was a point where I was getting closer to 100, and then COVID hit, and I was like, I should just get 100 platinums.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where I was like, this is too much. Like, I shouldn't be playing games like this.
Yeah.
So at this point, now that I already like have reached my quote-unquote goal, I'm just getting platinums that, like, if I like the game and it's a decent platinum, I'll do it. I'm not gonna be doing like fucking Red Dead Redemption again, dude.
Yeah, man.
That shit sucked.
I can't believe you did that.
I can't either. I cannot either. That was like at least 400 hours.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. And it wasn't even like a good time of my life to do that. I started grad school.
Yeah.
So I was literally like, that was like a full-time job, low-key. But it was like, as much as it sucked, it was enjoyable.
That's what matters, right?
Yeah. Like, enjoyable in like a masochistic way.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking about this recently. So, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Right.
And I have all of the Harry Potters on audiobook, specifically the Jim Dale audiobooks.
Okay.
And I was listening to that when I was platinum Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually listen to them once a year. And I was like, Avengers is a great little podcast game. Once I'm out of the podcast that I have in my queue, I might start up Harry Potter again.
That's a good idea. Not bad.
It's so good. Of course, written by Shakira.
Yes. I thought it was Daniel Radcliffe, actually. I thought he wrote it at a ripe young age of, like, 2.
He was actually writing them and casting himself in the process of when the movies were coming out.
Well, I've got to get rich again somehow.
Quite the genius. I can't sit still in these elevators.
Yeah. If I'm playing solo, this is the point where I check my phone.
Oh, for sure.
But
now, you see, that right there, that is some, like, 2014, 15 PlayStation 4 stuff. Like, I'm surprised that's in this game.
what, elevators?
Yeah, that's like an old... Like, that's even, like, early.
That's like Mass
PS4,
Effect.
you know? Yeah, dude. Like, there's some old game mechanics in this to, like, hide the loading. And just... it's... There's some clear problems with this game, but still fun, of course.
Yeah. Like, we know they're doing a PS5 version, so again, they're putting in the work to make it optimized for PS5. So I wonder if we just get rid of elevators in that version.
Maybe. I don't know how, like...
Just make it an elevator shoot. Just, like, drop down it.
Dude, does your house have a laundry chute?
No, I don't. Do
So, no.
Okay.
But my grandparents did, and that thing fascinated me as a kid. Because it was like, it looked like a drawer, right? And you'd open it and you'd just throw clothes down it and it would just fall. It's just a hole, essentially. But as a kid, like, obviously it's like, holy shit, what is this bridge to Terabithia?
Yeah.
Exactly, it was like this portal. I was like, where does this shit go? There's a hole that you throw clothes down in and then eventually they're washed? Like, what sort of magic is going on?
Yeah.
I've never seen another one of those in a house that I'm aware of.
Yeah, my only knowledge of it is, like, Home Alone. And I was always interested by it. I was like, oh, so you shoot your
With,
little
like,
army
such a
men down
little-
there.
Yeah, with such like a little kid fascination about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that could even be more fun as an adult.
Yeah, just, like, put a net in front of it. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Kobe everything. Just call it out.
For real. Like, how many real estate agents are like, oh yeah, this house is a laundry chute?
Not enough.
Not enough, clearly. But also, you gotta think, doing your laundry, where you have to go down a flight of stairs,
Yeah, that sucks.
you don't want to do that. I live in a ranch, so 1 floor.
It's not bad. So is the washer in the garage or something, or is it in like a kitchen? Like, what is it?
So you walk into my house. There's like the very tiny like little mudroom, or whatever, and then to your left is the bathroom with the washer and dryer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then you got a kitchen, which is like half kitchen, half open concept living room, I guess.
So at that point, is it a kitchenette? Because I've heard people say kitchenettes before. I don't know what it means.
I guess kitchenette sounds like a small kitchen to me.
Right.
Like, remember you went to when I was living at the townhouses?
Yeah.
That strikes me as a kitchenette.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's what's in my, like, that sort of ballpark is what I think of when I hear kitchenette.
No, okay, yeah.
Ooh, you know what I just remembered, actually? Talking about
What's
platinums, right? I am close to the Fall Guys platinum.
Oh my god, dude. That's a tough platinum.
Yeah, granted, what I have left, I have to get, like, 50 items from the store. I have to...
5 wins in a row.
5 wins in a row. Yes, I need that one. And, I need to equip legendary everything. And then I think I have it.
Dude, if you need, like, help. I don't know how I could even help you. But like if you need me to like block people or something to get your 5 wins in a row, I would be happy to do it for a stream or something.
I will let you know, because that might be what we end up doing. Because the thing is, I've seen like Neil Druckmann, like week 2 of Fall Guys, be like, "Hey, got my 5 wins in a row." Like it's nothing. It's like, all right, dude, I know you shipped The Last of Us, but
I thought they were gonna patch it, but like a lot of people have that trophy, and it's like a point of pride. So I feel like that's in for good.
Yeah, I think so. Another thing I've seen as a strategy, I think they might patch this, unfortunately. So I might have to get on this soon. You can, if you quit before you die or get eliminated, it does not count as a breaking the streak.
Ooh. That is actually... I hope they didn't patch that.
Yeah, I think you still can do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can't much longer. I
have 1 win.
I am at 22 or 23 as of the other day.
Nice. Does Kevin have a win yet?
No, I don't think so.
I know he was trying to go for him. Game's hard, dude. Game is super hard.
Yeah, I mean... I don't think it's hard, but like I think that just might be because of the games I played.
Like the game gets, the game like gets, like the game's mechanics get in the way, because like if you jump and like there's a bunch of people around you, you're just falling.
Yeah.
Like it's just like ragdoll.
You can definitely get screwed in like the order of the games. Like if it ends on Fall Mountain, which is the one where you have to grab the crown, there's a 60% chance I'm not winning. If it ends on Hexagon, which is the one with the falling platforms, like 80% chance I get a dub. So anything else is like 50-50.
I suck at that game.
Well, you got Apex. I got.
I know exactly. We each fill that niche. Dude, I've been 1 week away from Apex because of this game.
Damn.
I might go back in like occasionally to do my challenges. I'm already level 30 in the battle pass.
Nice. I convinced some of my friends to play it finally. I've been trying to since launch.
Ooh, nice, dude.
So they're in it now.
Oh, that's awesome. I've unsuccessfully tried to convince my friends to play Apex.
Mike plays it, right?
They just don't get it.
But
Mike does play it.
He's Xbox.
He is an Xbox guy. I think once crossplay comes in, he will be playing it.
Nice.
With me and probably us. But my other friends who are much more casual into gaming, they're Warzone players, which makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, the friends that I got into it were Fortnite, but they hate Fortnite now. They haven't liked it in a long, long time. And at least like once a month, we get in the party, and then we have the "Man, I miss Fortnite" talk. I'm like, guys, download Apex. It's the best of Fortnite without the bad parts.
Oh, Apex is perfect.
Yeah.
Apex is I think it's in my top 10 or pretty close to it. I think it is.
Nice. That's a good pick.
I just made I just like re-downloaded GG and like literally went through all the games that I'm aware of that I've ever played in my entire life.
Nice, dude.
And like cataloged them. Made some lists.
I gotta rank the Marios soon.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, I haven't played enough.
Apparently,
Galaxy.
there's supposed to be a. Yeah, you're more of a Sunshine guy, right?
Yeah. It's 40% nostalgia.
My buddy Tim loves
but
Sunshine.
I think it's a good game.
Apparently, GG is updating soon.
Interesting.
Like adding some update. I just followed them on Twitter. They followed me back, which was nice. And I guess they're working on something.
Cool.
I don't know what.
Good app.
It is a good app. It's no Letterboxd, I'll say.
Yeah. But for like one dude
But-
working on it, that's a solid app.
Yeah, I concur.
Also,
I concur.
just got a trophy, so feels good.
Ooh, what'd you get? Breaking and entering.
Yeah, 30 depots.
Sweet.
So I saw you got the 500 gear trophy already, and I was like, dude, how?
I did. I think that's just a matter of
Like time.
played enough and just get it. Yeah.
Wish there was a way to track some of those better, but
Yeah, I agree. For any trophy, there should be some baked in game trophy tracking for
yeah,
every game.
you're right. There should be.
If I was on the board of Sony and PlayStation, it would be all about trophies.
#1 requests for the PS5.
Now, Neil Druckmann, Last of Us Part 3, it's looking great. What are the trophies looking like?
Mm-hmm.
How does your story affect the trophies?
Yeah.
That's what's really important here.
Yeah.
Dude, they nailed the trophy list for Part 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it eventually.
Naughty Dog historically has either okay to bad trophy lists.
I like the Uncharted 1 to 3 trophies list. I think those are good.
I agree. Those are like pretty good. Because they're fun because it's Uncharted. I think it's the quality of the game that actually like makes the list better.
Sure.
The Last of Us Part 1 trophy list was awful.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing that.
It's impossible to get on the PS3 now, just because of servers.
Mm-hmm.
But the remastered is pretty much the same list.
Yeah, dude.
Let me tell you this horseshit Last of Us
Another
trophies.
trophy. Yes, please go ahead.
So, I platinumed it on the PS3, and then they added like the DLC, which I think I just had the season pass to, or I don't know. Oh, I did because of Left Behind. And they added like multiplayer maps, and there were these multiple trophies, like one trophy per map, where it was like get like I think it was like 3 downs or executions, and don't die the whole match, which is impossible. Literally, like I would have to kill 3 people and then hide for the rest of the game. Like just don't even play the game correctly.
Damn.
Eventually, I did it because I'm nuts. But it was not fun.
Jeez, dude, that sounds rough.
Those are some bad trophies, and they patched them. They patched them for the PS4 version. They made them a little different. It was just get like 5 downs or executions on particular maps. Omar's asking, is Uncharted Crushing actually playable? Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Not to flex, but it is.
You just gotta play it a lot slower.
Yeah, that's really it. Like, I think on the PS3, this area gave me the most difficulty out of the trilogy, I think. Or there's 2 areas. Uncharted 1 is the graveyard after, or like right before you get the Sully reveal.
Yep.
Uncharted 3, it's the ship depot where there's all the pirates and you're swimming underwater and there's that big like arena full of wrecked ships. Like, I hate that part. You can dive underwater for cover. Like, that part gave me a lot of trouble on the PS3.
The standout for me on Uncharted 1 was it's like in the tomb where there's like water. I can't really describe it. There's a bunch of pillars you can climb on. And like you're trapped in this room and you have to defeat all the enemies. That was the hardest part for me. But yeah, it is, you can do it.
Yeah.
Omar's saying that the graveyard sucked on normal too. Yeah. Difficult part.
Uncharted 2, the thing that gave me difficulty was Lazarevich. At least on the PS3.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I think I played through all of Uncharted 2 my first time on hard, and then I had to crank it down in that boss fight. Because,
whoa, you went hard on the #1 playthrough.
Yeah, because like back in the PS3, there was a time where I was like, I play every game on hard the first time. And now I fully believe creator's intent, whatever the cursor's on when I start it up, that's what I'm playing it on.
Yeah, dude, same. I always mess with the normal.
Like
And then, of
Avengers, I
course,
thought about it, but like, no.
Yeah. Ooh, got some epic gear over here. Now, are you getting epic and legendary drops yet?
Epic sometimes. Is legendary the...
Legendary is gold.
Yes, okay, so I've been getting both.
Okay, cool.
I haven't gotten any exotics, so no oranges. But...
Yeah, I feel like... I think the only exotic thing that I've gotten is for beating the campaign. I think you get a...
Yeah, you get the artifact, right?
Major artifact, yeah.
Do you think you're gonna pick up Mario?
You know, Christian? No. I think if I want to play those games, I'll probably emulate them.
That's fair.
If that's possible.
I think the only thing that would be hard maybe is Galaxy. Actually, you know what? After this collection's out, I think you might not have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, like, I think the price... I listened to your guys' games cast recently. I thought you guys had a great conversation. I think the pricing is good for that game. But for me, like right now, like it's just not in the cards. Like I wouldn't want to spend $60 on those games right now.
Yeah, I get that. I got 7 skill points for Thor.
Damn, dude.
I think I went into that at what, like a level 38, 37? I'm at 41 now.
Wow.
So the highs might be the way to level, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
So, what's my gear? I'm at 58 power now, so not nowhere near your level, but working my way up. Omar's talking about laser snipers in Uncharted 1. I don't remember that.
Wasn't that in the graveyard?
I might be. I remember the water pillars now, though. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was the hardest. There's like no cover.
Yeah, it sucks. I had to run a shotgun in there. Like that was the way to do it. But
that's exactly how I did it too.
That part sucks for me. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Uncharted can have some difficulty spikes. I'm not looking forward to the Uncharted 4 Platinum.
Yo, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
Why did they added a speedrun trophy, which never do that. That just is anxiety through the roof. And they also, so I guess it's not that bad, but they added a trophy where it's like you have to finish a game with 80% accuracy. But there's like an accessibility option where it's just auto aim.
Oh, really?
So I guess, yeah, so you just use that. That's what I did. So that's fine. But yeah, that was they like just squandered the Uncharted trophy list with 4.
Yeah, man, like the multiplayer stuff doesn't seem that bad. It's just like the single player, like locking, crushing behind, beating the game after you just had it accessible out the gate for the trilogy. Like that was so annoying, and
yeah,
it just looks rough. Like, because I've been trying to do, with the exception of Last of Us so far, I wanted to platinum all the Naughty Dog games on the PS4. All I have left is Jak 3, Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted 4, and Lost Legacy.
Now, Christian.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the Uncharted 4 platinum, 0.7%, ultra rare.
Oh.
Did not realize that. I will say. So on the PS3, when that collection came out for Jak, I legitimately platinumed 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
And I got it for PS4. I legitimately platinumed 1 and Combat X. And I started playing 2. And I was like, oh boy, this does not play well. Some serious issues with it. And I found out there was a debug option where you can just skip to the end of the game and give yourself all the trophies. And I was like, hey, I already platinumed this game. I'm just considering this as something that's owed me already.
Sure, yeah.
So for 2 and 3, I did that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's an option.
Like, 2, I used the debug menu to get out of the bridge area, or like the walkway segment. But yeah, it's been so long since I played 2 and 3 that I was like, I might as well just suffer through the frame rate. Omar says, are you gonna platinum Jak X? I think I might give myself that one. I think I might just say, you know what, you don't have to do that one. You don't have to do Jack X.
Dude.
So
I did that one and it was just not fun. That game's not fun. I'll say it.
Yeah, I don't want, like, you know what? I did the Crash trilogy because I'm counting that as Naughty Dog games in this case. So I will do Crash 4 instead of Jack X.
That's a fair trade. I did Jack 2 on the PS3, Omar, and it was a lot. I think it was like 500 plus orbs that you had to find. And you'd have to like not only just find them, but you'd have to like gold star all the races and stuff like that. It was quite difficult. I found for Jack 3 though on the PS3. I guess I didn't legitimately platinum Jack 3 ever. But there was like an orb glitch where you can like if you like do one of the challenges, there's like an orb that appears, you have to go find it within like 10 seconds. You can jump over it, pause the game, restart the checkpoint, your character falls and collects the orb and it counts it, but you restart that cycle. So like you collect it and you can keep just repeating that. That's how I did it. But yeah, Jack 2 I did it legitly and it was like quite difficult.
Yeah, because I know Omar I'm pretty sure he platinumed it, but I know he played through Jack 1 on his Twitch account for the first time this summer, like a month ago, I think. And he platinumed it off stream, but I don't know if he's still doing it this week, but he did mention he was doing Jack 2 soon. So I'm very curious to see if he likes it, because I know Jack 2 is your favorite, right, out of the three?
It is my number 9 video game of all time.
Yeah. From memory, I like 3 the most, but after replaying Precursor Legacy, I think it's going to be hard to top it, because 2 definitely did not for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of that game.
Mm-hmm.
And also it was my first Jack, so I think nostalgia plays into it.
Sure, yeah.
I really like the world of that. It reminds me of like the really seedy part of Coruscant in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's such a good comparison.
So I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first game holds up the best of those 3.
Absolutely.
Which is interesting to say, because it's just like classic PS2 platformer. And I didn't play it until I got it for the PS3, and I was like, oh man, this game's honestly probably the best in the series.
I think it is, honestly. Like, I still have to replay 3, but yeah, I don't think anything could probably top my last time playing 1. But
now, do you want to do another quick something? Bring us to the 10 o'clock hour?
Yeah, why not? Why don't we finish off with one more thing?
Okay.
Like a good old press conference. Always gotta have one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing.
They keep telling me that my pre-order skin for Thor is new. Like, no, it's not. Do you have anything specific you want to do?
Not really. Again, I'm very confused as to what I'm even supposed to be doing.
Yeah, let me see what the next step is for Hive Mind.
I've just been like following the mission chains, and like there's no real story to them, so like they're pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like I've done like a lot of the missions in this.
Yeah, like some of the stuff seems like it's seeds, right? Like the whole hunting down Taskmaster seemed like it was planting some seeds. This aim thing seems like it's even more. Like, I feel like these hives that we're working on,
yeah, are
probably gonna eventually lead into the raid in terms of story.
If I have a villain sector,
oh yeah, let's do that.
I want to see if I do.
If not, I can grab one.
Okay, like I want to see if I have Abomination. I don't think I have Abomination right now.
I haven't done that one yet. Let me see if it's at the Shield Helicarrier. I'll check.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a good crunch. I haven't done the Abomination one yet. I wanted to do that fight.
Oh, can we actually hang out at Outpost together? I didn't know we could do that.
Can we?
Well, that's what... Are we heading there right now?
I think so. That's gonna blow my mind. I thought they were gonna add that eventually. I did not know you could do that.
It looks like that's where we're going.
I mean, I went over to the helicarrier and I held down square, unless it's going to load us into 2 different instances, which would be weird.
Christian, I got my GG pulled up.
Okay.
And I'm just going to read you my top 10.
Go for it.
Because I don't think I ever told you. Number 10, we got Apex Legends. Oh, shout out to Red Dead and Red Dead 2.
Nice.
That's my honorable mention.
Okay.
They're same quality to me. Number 9, we got Jak 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, we got GTA 4.
Okay.
This game occupied hours of my life. Oh, there you are,
dude. That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that.
That's cool. Number 7, coming in hot. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
I know that's gonna make Omar very happy.
Oh, is he a MGS guy?
Yeah.
Specifically 5?
Yeah, both of us are big fans of 5. He loves 5 even more than I do. He thinks it is. He's right there with you on where it belongs in once in a generation. Like, he's up there.
Omar, that was my number 1 pick for the best game this generation. Before Last of Us 2 came out. And then number 6, we got Fallout New Vegas.
Nice.
Number 5, Omar saying he loves me. Love you too, Omar. Dude, Metal Gear 5 is just the perfect action game.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, Halo 5 is number 5. Number 4 is Arkham City. Number 3, Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Okay, I respect it. I liked Bad Company 2 a lot.
Number 2 is Skyrim.
Okay.
I've played a collective, 1,000 hours of Skyrim across like multiple platforms.
I get it.
I got all the achievements in it, 100%. I got all the PS3 achievements, and it was a broken game. And for the PS3 version, and for the PS4 version, bought it again, 100%ed it again. And then finally, The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2 occupy the number 1 spot.
Nice. I respect it. I respect Part 2 being up there. Hell
yeah, honestly, like, I think it's just the continuation of the story. Like, they're just married in my mind at this point.
Yeah. Did you get anything out of the cosmetic thing right here?
I did. I got 2 widow ones. Cool. It was her in like a security uniform. Hold on. Let me pull up my widow right now. Wait, I could switch right now, right?
Yeah. Let me before you change. I want to grab one screenshot for the stream.
Go for it.
Okay. Hold up.
Do you want to position somewhere?
Yeah. Why don't we do it by the armors over here?
Let's do it.
Stand. Yeah. There you go.
Should I emote?
Maybe.
Pretty bright.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Okay, we can time that. I think so. We're both waving at the same time. Okay,
what should I face?
I think you're fine facing the way you are. Maybe turn to your right a little bit. That's a lot. All right. That's good. Okay. Okay, ready? So,
yep.
We'll do 3, 2, 1, and then after 1, emote. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's up, right, on the D-pad?
Down.
Okay. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, let me see if I got that screenshot. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Thor was a little finished when I got that.
Mine's a little slow.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. There we go. We got them waving. Love to see it.
Sweet.
Nice. But yeah, you want to check out the Widow skins?
Sure. Take a peek.
Now, I saw someone, I think it was Imran, say, like, posit the idea that they took Hawkeye out of the game because he had a room on the helicarrier.
Yeah, I don't think that was the situation.
No,
I saw that too.
Yeah, I don't think that was it either. Like, it's very deliberately not in this story. Like, I think...
All the dancing lessons.
Ooh.
It does my heart good to see you found a home here. Will you stay long?
Like this one.
Right now, this is where I can do the most.
She just looks like a police
I know
officer.
that someday
Yeah.
it may change. If it does,
Let's see.
I hope you'll at least say
Oh, also this one. She looks like a... Okay, this one's better. She looks like a park ranger.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
the
one's
green,
cool, actually.
The green khaki, yeah, I dig it.
This is like a Leslie Knope
Leslie
situation.
Hope, yeah, sure.
I'm a fan of this. I actually might roll with this for a little bit.
Yeah, dude, go for it. It's a cool one.
Okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna switch back to Tony. Now, I haven't really had a Stark armor that I particularly love. I'm rolling with the blue just because it's level 50, but other than that, not digging too much of what he's got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got one that looks like War Machine, like it's black and gray.
Oh yeah.
But that's the only one I've grabbed so far outside of the white and gold one from the campaign that I've liked. But I'm gonna check the anthill as well, just to see if the abomination mission is there.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you have to pick it up from the quest vendors, or like the faction vendors. Not the vendors, sorry,
okay.
the people that give you the challenges for the factions.
Yes, I know. Yep. Okay, that's okay. I was thinking that I forgot you have to keep grabbing them because like I guess like after you finish them, they're no longer there. I suppose.
Yeah,
because I did one earlier today, and I guess it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, it's nice because in Destiny, if you complete one, you have to like go into your menu and then like turn it in, but it's automatic here, which is pretty nice.
I like how we can travel to these outposts together.
Yeah, I had no idea we could do this. That's very good.
I didn't either.
So, do you think, what is the likelihood that Kevin is going to be raid ready when the raid hits?
It depends on like if he is into this.
Yeah.
Because like if this doesn't grab his attention, then like that will be difficult. I think. Is it max power level? Is that?
I think so.
Raid ready. Okay. Well, like if he plays it solidly for a weekend, or for like a couple weekends, like if that's the only thing he's playing, like what I was doing, like I'm already like pretty close. I could be there soon if I wanted to. I'm just like messing around with my armor set.
Yeah.
Right now, because I don't want to like put points into upgrading gear that I don't necessarily want.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't take as long as I thought it'd take.
You know what just blew my mind?
What's that?
I maxed out on the green credits. My inventory is full. Yeah, so I just went to the faction lady to get some, and I'm capped, so I gotta spend some.
That's a thing?
Apparently.
What are you at right now?
I can check that in the touchpad.
I saw that message come up for me too, and then it went away eventually. Unless I haven't been collecting them.
I have 8,329.
I have 9,635.
Huh. That
weird. Might be a glitch.
Yeah.
Or maybe I haven't been noticing.
Okay, well I just got 6 out of that box, so yeah, that's weird.
Okay. We can check like once we open another strong box if we collect any. If that number changes.
Yeah. So I did not have the abomination sector here. I had the one we did at the beginning of the stream is the one that was here.
Same.
So
it must be the same for everyone.
Yeah. So I think there is one at the helicarrier, but it's not abomination.
Okay, I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
I'll do whatever.
I mean, I'm not leveled enough for the next hive, so I don't know. Let me see if there's another mission we can just repeat. We could do Stark Realities again, but that's only epic.
I don't mind. I'm good with whatever you want to do. I'm still like very confused.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna just pop over to the helicarrier and I'll grab that. That other one, because I'd rather do one thing we haven't done yet.
Sure.
And get some rewards out of it than just do a repeat.
Dude, this is one of those games where like you could be like, oh, I'll do one more thing. Like we were playing Arm Room like an hour ago or whatever, and we're like, dude, let's grab a villain sector. Omar's asking, are you guys considering a Series S? I am, but in like a couple years maybe as like a Game Pass machine. Because I love me some Halo, and eventually if I like come into some money and I just like want to like have an Xbox just to be in that ecosystem, I think Series S is the way to go. And like in a couple years, maybe it's $200 for a Game Pass machine. Like that's a pretty good sell, honestly. So eventually I probably will own that system.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as you. More than anything, it just makes me mad that the digital PS5 isn't this. Because I was talking to you about it briefly earlier, like, I don't think you could pay me to care about 4K. I just don't. I don't. Like, fast load times and a stable frame rate is what I care about. That's it.
100%.
And if you can get that in a box with a 512, whatever it is, 500 gig hard drive, that's SSD, and in turn would make other games smaller size in their downloads, I don't care if it's 500 gigs because the games are going to be smaller. So like if they can get it to be an affordable $300 and it's only digital, does like 2K, does upscale 4K, I can't tell the difference on games, and then like max 120 frames.
Yeah.
Perfect. Please.
This is essentially like the Switch Lite to the Series X. And this is gonna, I feel like this will sell more than the Series X.
Yeah, I think it will.
Like $300 is nuts. Like the last console that launched like that was the Switch, but like obviously it's like a little different situation, half handheld, half console. But before that, like I don't remember the last console to launch at $300. Like that is incredible. And like if the rumors are true with the Series X coming out at $500, Xbox hasn't increased its price between generations, because the Xbox One launched at $500, obviously because of the Kinect, but
right,
like that's if they actually nail that 500, that's great. Like that they didn't increase generation to generation.
Yeah.
It's saying, spoiler warning, not all Strike Team members have unlocked this mission.
I definitely have. This is the same mission we played earlier, except we're getting shield credits now.
Alright, that's weird. I'm good to go.
Omar said the PS2 he thinks was $300 at launch.
Cool. Yeah, that's such a long time. Like that's that's wild that they're hitting like PS2 prices. And, I think that's gonna be probably. We'll see how the PlayStation does, but I'm sure the Series S will be one of the more successful next-gen boxes.
So, Omar or Jack, you might know this, or anybody else in the chat, like, have they outright said, in specific detail, the specs, or clarify that the digital PS5 is exactly the same stuff as the disc PS5? Like, same internals, everything. Like, have they said that?
Yeah. I don't think so, but that might be because it is, right? And, like, and they don't have to, like... I think the main difference is just disc versus no disc. Like, I feel like if that was the case, like, if it was more of a situation of, like, the digital version of the PS5 is similar to the Series S, which I don't think it is. I think they would have had like a press release saying that after they announced the console.
Yeah.
Right.
I would think so too, but the more I think about it, I really don't know what the benefit of them is just doing one without a disc drive, outside of the thing that I've been saying since they revealed it, of like, long term it'll work out better for them because they make more on each game purchase. But like, if you're doing that, I feel like you might as well just try to get it to be as cheap as possible so you get more people in on that avenue, right?
And that's exactly what Xbox is doing. Omar saying, I think they did make a point to say it was the same thing, quote, just without the disc drive.
Okay.
Quote. So yeah, it seems like I was texting in the group, it seems like the digital version and the disc version are more comparable than the Series S and the Series X.
Yeah.
Because the Series S is like a definite like, hey, this is underpowered more so than the Series X, but like it's still gonna like, it's not gonna be that different, you know? Like you're not gonna get 4K, but like the games are still gonna be like 120. It's still gonna play great. It's just cheaper and like there's some concessions to it. I think the PS5 is just a matter of options. Yeah. And a matter of like getting people to buy a cheaper box. That's why the digital version exists.
Mm-hmm.
Omar saying if there was a Series S equivalent, it probably would have leaked by now for PlayStation.
That is a fair point.
Yeah, I don't think that will be a situation because launching 2 SKUs at a launch, I feel like is difficult enough. So I think it'll just be those 2. Dude, PS5 cannot be 600, right? Like, it just can't be.
It can. I don't think it will be, but I think it can be.
And not in a fun dinner and movie kind of way.
We need to take care of it first.
If the disc version is 500, Christian, I'm not gonna complain.
I am.
That's not that bad to me.
I mean, I didn't buy it. To be fair, I didn't buy a PS4 at launch, but also to be fair, I didn't have a job then.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a job now, but I have more disposable income than I did then.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm excited for Miles, but it is like a Spider-Man 1.5 still, like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that's worth $560 for me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's like more of like an investment situation. Like,
yeah,
I would like to have the PS5 at launch.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't just because like money is not a situation for me right now.
Yeah.
But like in like 6 to 8 months, getting the disc version for 500, I wouldn't complain. Like obviously, it'd be great if it'd be 400. I don't know if that's realistic. Like I feel like the rumors are Series X is 500, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like PS5 will be around that.
Unfortunately, I think you are correct. Yeah, like if the digital one is 400, I might go in on that this year because like I'm gonna get a PS5. It's just I don't feel the need for one yet. And especially if it's $500, like I do not feel the need. When I have,
yeah, I'm 100% it with you. Like, but I don't need one right now.
Yeah, like I got this to keep me occupied. Like I'm sure it's gonna run better on a PS5. I can't wait for that. But like, I don't need a PS5 to still enjoy this for how much fun I've had with it already. Like,
This is not the time to take chances.
yeah, I don't know. Like if Ratchet is by March, maybe I'll try to find one, but even then it's like $500 for something that's like one game.
Omar saying he's starting to think, are you starting to become a $4.99, $5.99 guy when he's thinking about the price? I really hope it's not like that. I really hope we're not getting $500-$600 PlayStations.
But
I can totally see that happening.
Here's the thing, I think they probably feel like they don't need to respond to this Series S thing, and I feel like they're right. I feel like
oh no, Coke doesn't have to respond to Pepsi.
Yeah,
you know,
like I talked to my friends the other day, right when the $2.99 thing came out, and they're pretty on top of it, right? Like they don't follow the industry much, but they play a lot of games. Like they're really into video games. And it's their main hobby, it's their main source of entertainment. They just don't follow the industry much.
Right.
I was like, damn, $300 for a next-gen Xbox. And they were like, damn, that's crazy, but yeah, right, I'm not gonna not get a PS5. So like, they're still in, you know? Like, unless there's insane sticker shock, like, I don't know if that would sway them at all. I don't know.
PlayStation is just building their brand name with gaming in general. Like, they're building those first parties where it's like, video games is PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I feel like Xbox isn't doing as good a job with that. Xbox is more services than it is games at this point.
Like, yeah, because one of my friends who really just plays like Star Wars games or some fun open worlds, like they play Ghost. I brought it up to them. I was like, hey, $200, because I know at least one of them, this guy has been texting me about the price of PS5, like speculation and all that. And I think he said max for him is $500 because he wants Horizon 2. Like, there's nothing about the $300 Series X that is enticing at all. Or Series S, I mean.
I mean, like, right now, both launch lineups aren't good, right?
Yeah.
And launch lineups usually aren't. Like, but these ones particularly are just pretty much lacking. Especially Xboxes, though. Like, what do you want me to buy for that thing? It's, as people have been saying, like, the killer app for Xbox right now is, sorry, I don't mean to keep stealing this from you. Not that it matters. The killer app for Xbox is Game Pass. But, like, even that, like, Game Pass exists on the Xbox One right now, you know? Like,
yeah. I think...
And, like, they're so, like, cross-generational that, like, doesn't really even matter.
I think there's a world where the third-party games that Xbox could pay to be on Game Pass this fall might help the launch. Like, I saw somebody say that, like, yeah, Halo got delayed, but the new Destiny expansion and Destiny 2 as a whole is available on Game Pass at launch. So, like, there's a Bungie game on Series X launch that you have included if you have Game Pass. That's new, so that's kind of wild. But, like, I could see a world where even if it's not the upgraded next-gen version, they try to get Cyberpunk on there.
That would be wild. Here's the thing, though, like, is Game Pass easy to describe to casual gamers? I feel like it's not. Like, obviously, like, hey, it's Netflix for games. You obviously can't say that.
Right.
I feel like it's such a nebulous thing that is, like, kind of difficult to explain.
Right.
Like, I don't know the numbers on Game Pass. I'm sure it's very successful. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure how that helps in a launch. Or, like, how you explain that to the casual audience. Like, of course, like, you can't be like, hey, Halo's here. You know, with, like, just a regular new Halo game. But you can say, like, hey, like, 100 of these games are available for a free trial. And then, like, for, I don't know, whatever it is per month.
Matt Ruggiero, shout out, one of my buddies who I was just talking about, said he's staying PS5 no matter what the price is. So see, like, I think this generation, they went in enough to convince 90% of the people that own PlayStations that you're in, you know? Like, especially if you've bought so many games that you can carry over to next gen from PS4, like, between that and the exclusives, I feel like there's no reason to leave, even if the price is super appealing. It's just a matter of waiting until you can afford it.
I feel like PlayStation has convinced people at this point, myself included, that if you don't own a PlayStation, you're missing out.
Yeah.
And, like, that's really what it feels like. Like, I could never... The reason, like, I was, like, skeptical of going from 360 to PS4 was missing out on Halo. But once I got over that, like, it was fine.
Yeah.
If I considered going to Xbox, I would be missing out on most of the games I enjoy.
Yeah.
And, like, that's just not a good feeling. And I feel like, intentionally or not, they have people thinking about that. Where, like, being in the PlayStation ecosystem is, like, much more ingrained than it is in the Xbox One. Like, you can leave Xbox pretty easily, I feel.
Yeah, you can hop into Xbox really easily too. So I feel like they probably don't care at that point, right? Like, there was a genuine good week where I was like, when I eventually buy a new phone in like 3 years, because I keep my phones forever before, like until I need to upgrade them.
Same.
Do I get like a Pixel so I can do like Game Pass on it or something? Because Apple.
Yeah,
sucks.
I was considering like tablets and stuff for Game Pass.
Like, I don't think I could sacrifice group chat, but
Yeah.
if anything could make me even think about it, it's Xbox doing their Game Pass stuff.
I was thinking, like, when xCloud eventually becomes, like, you know, usable and, like, it's out and about and people can use it, if it's still not available on Apple devices, I may, like, I kind of want a tablet at some point. It's not, like, a need. It's more of a want.
Yeah.
I may, like, get, like, a Surface or something.
Nice.
And, like, something like that, just to be like, dude, I can play, like, Xbox games on this thing if I wanted. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I've also thought about when my Mac eventually, knock on wood, goes out, but, like, yeah, like, maybe I just get one of those really nice Mac competitor Windows laptops. Omar said I can't be a green bubble text guy. I get it. I feel that too. I don't think I can do that.
That's fair. Again, that's Apple being like, you cannot leave this ecosystem because you will literally, your friends will literally make fun of you.
But yeah, I think you nailed it with, like, most of the games I enjoy are from PlayStation. Like,
Same.
Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank. I think Sucker Punch is back on track. Naughty Dog, anything. I like God of War now. I never did before. I liked Horizon. Bloodborne, fantastic. So.
This generation was great.
Plus, you know, of course, there's the PlayStation Advantage.
What's that?
Like, Spider-Man only Avengers on PS5. Like,
yeah.
oh, I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, that's going to be PS5 exclusive. There's no way I'm getting an Xbox instead of a PS5.
Like, I didn't even really consider it, like, changing ecosystems.
Oh, no. I thought about it for fun, but, like, not seriously.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, there's no way that I don't own a PS5 and I do own an Xbox. Like, that is not a reality that exists in any single reality that exists. Like, not gonna happen. Not a chance. Because, like...
That's... Matt in the chat is talking about considering my next 3 platinum franchises are God of War, MGS, and Kingdom Hearts. I will not be switching over. Does he mean platinum trophy franchises?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's been going through them. Right now, he's in Resident Evil. And I've been playing through the co-op REs with him. We were supposed to start 6 today, but I had a lot of work to do, so...
Matt, if you feel so inclined, feel free to send me a PSN request. It's Fascinated Jack. I'm a big platinum trophy dude. I appreciate that. Metal Gear is very tough. That's going to be a tough one. I got 5. That took forever, but, like... 2 is multiple playthroughs. 4 especially is like 8 playthroughs.
Yeah.
So I applaud him for that.
Yeah, I respect it. I think yeah, because I was talking to him about Metal Gear. I was also talking about Kevin about Metal Gear and you. Like, I know we want to do our game book club eventually, and I would love to start that out with Metal Gear because Kevin has never played it.
Oh, dude, that'd be a great stream series for him.
I know. But he's been trying to time it with, like, upcoming releases, and I don't blame him, because that's smart.
Totally.
That's why he started Crash tonight, so...
He could, well, that's going to be a while. I was going to say he could do that for the next Kojima game, but...
Yeah.
Who knows when that will be.
Like, I don't know what he's doing after Crash. I don't think he's doing Spider-Man, because he wanted to save Spider-Man and then Miles Morales for Spider-Man 2.
Ooh, yeah. He'll get that plat when he
Oh,
does that.
yeah. If he doesn't, oh, sorry, I'm not dealing damage right now.
Yeah, that's a very good platinum. Like I said, that is the best platinum that exists, in my honest opinion.
Yeah. I would do it again if I could.
Me too, dude. I think about that all the time. Like, if there's a function on the PlayStation Network that let you like a prestige trophy lists, like Call of Duty, I would totally do that.
Don't give them ideas.
Oh, I'm going to. Like the Uncharted's, I would love to platinum again because it's just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what you said about calming down platinums, like, I've never been in on platinums outside of like the Naughty Dog thing I've been trying to do this generation.
Yeah.
And I got a couple last gen, but I only had like 3. I had like Sly Cooper, Uncharted 1 and 2, I think, and like one more thing that I'm blanking on. But this gen is when it really became a thing of like, if I really like the game and it's a doable list, I will do it.
That's the best way of approaching platinum trophies. I did it in a much more unhealthy fashion, which I don't recommend doing. Dude, I was thinking about it. I platinumed like 20 games this year.
That's wild.
Yeah. And like, I think I was close to the same number last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because like in college, like I platinum maybe like 1 or 2 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
It really started like in high school. Like I platinumed a bunch of games in high school. Because what the fuck did I have to do in high school?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once I finished with undergrad, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
That's when that happened. And then I started grad school, and I was like, also, what am I doing with my life? But now homework.
Right.
That's when that really started to kick in. But yeah, I think what you were saying, like, if you really like a game and the trophy list is not, like, it doesn't disrespect your time, I think that's a good way of getting platinums. And it's fun too. Like it gives you value for the game, like even added value. It makes you feel like you actually like completed it, you know? And it's just fun.
Yeah, like this is what I'll do, right? Because I know I'm gonna want to do everything in this game. Oh, hammer glitch. This happens sometimes. The like effect of swinging it gets stuck on it, so it's just like it's got an arc. You'll probably be able to see it on the replay, but yeah, like Crash, I'm locked in on those. Uncharted, honestly, I don't know if I'll do 4, because that sucks. Like
it's like at least from the sound of it, it sounds like you have to play through it at least like a crushing playthrough and a speedrun playthrough.
Yeah, no. Like eventually maybe, but that's not what I'm gonna prioritize. Like when I want to play Uncharted 4 for the 3rd time, then I'll do it. But like no time soon.
Yeah. Like you definitely have Last of Us Part 2 just like waiting for you, like just whenever you want to do it. Because all you have to do is just go back and reload the some saves and get your collectibles.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Now, Omar is in support of this Metal Gear Game Club, saying he would play alongside of us.
Dude,
and
I want this to happen.
I know. I think it's a matter of Kevin's schedule, because the thing is, I am completely fine putting aside most of the new games coming out this fall to replay the entirety of Metal Gear. Like, I'm okay doing that.
Now, would we include the OG Metal Gear or start at Metal Gear Solid 1?
I think Solid is fine to start with.
Wholeheartedly agree. I started the OG Metal Gears, like the MSX, because I got the Legacy Collection on the PS3, and I started them, and I was like, this is too hard. I'm gonna watch a playthrough. Yeah, and that's what I did. Yeah, Solid is like when it starts being like 10 out of 10.
I'm thinking of buying a PS3 because I want on my Twitch channel before Ratchet comes out to stream all the Ratchets again, because I haven't played most of them in a long time. So if I do that, if I get the PlayStation for Ratchet, I'll be able to just get that Metal Gear collection instead of using PS Now.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna happen eventually.
Matt's saying he used to go for Gamerscore back in the day.
Did you ever do that?
A little bit. a little bit.
Me too.
Objectively, I think the trophy system is better, just because like it tells you it gives you like a tangible way of telling you that you platinumed a game, quote unquote. Achievements didn't do that. Like 1,000 gamer score was technically like that was all the gamer score that would be for like a platinum trophy. But like for Halo 3, for instance, I didn't get all the main like the base trophies, but I had over 1,000 gamer score.
Damn.
So it looked like I platinumed it, but I really didn't.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that.
You know, I wish there was like even just give me like a gold achievement or something. You know, just to let people know that I completed it.
Yeah. Damn. Dude, tonight I did some work on Thor. I'm a level 44 now. I'm 6 levels away from level cap, and I'm power 60 now.
Nice, dude.
I got 10 skill points to spend.
Hell yes.
Oh, hold on. Omar just said, I recently got 1,000 gamer score points in Avatar The Burning Earth. That's going for your heart right now.
Wait. Yeah. So hold on.
I think that's the Last Airbender game, right?
It is. So, Omar, is this the super easy one? I remember there being an Avatar game that had like people would purposely go after this game for its trophy list. Let's see. I'm looking this up. Let's find out.
See, now Matt's saying he'd also play alongside. I know he's looking for Metal Gear, so if I can get him to play Metal Gear sooner by doing the series, that's just a win all around.
Definitely. Omar saying yes. It takes about 5 minutes. That's amazing. Dude, do I have a 5 minute? Oh yeah, I do have a 5 minute platinum, dude.
Is it My Name is Amanda?
Yeah. $1, dude. $1 for a platinum. That just opened the industry's eyes to, man, platinum trophies. They matter, bro.
Yeah, man. It's $3 on an Xbox Live sale. You got a 360 laying around?
Yeah, I do. But here's the thing: I don't care about like gamer score is just rear view window. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Been there, done that.
So, I'm looking at all my trophies right now. Now that the conversation has come up, you talk trophies with me, I'll talk your ear off for like hours.
Yeah, man. Trophies are fun. I like them. But yeah, for me, it's for my sanity. It's come to a point where like if it's a game I love, even if it's a game I love and it's a hard list, not doing it. Like, Persona 5. I heard Persona 5 Royals Platinum trophy is pretty easy, but Persona 5 Standard is a little bit difficult. And Persona 5 is one of my favorite games of all time now. It's like top 20 easily. No way in hell am I going for that platinum.
Oh.
So.
Remember when some games wouldn't have platinum trophies, says Omar? Yeah, dude, I have a lot of 100% trophy lists with no platinum. That certainly deserve them.
Does Guns of the Patriots
Bro, if I
have one?
What's it? Guns of the... Yeah, it does.
Okay.
That's the one that takes like 8 playthroughs to do.
Right, okay.
Dude, if I have a platinum in a mayonnaise game, give me an Apex Legends platinum, goddammit.
Yeah, okay, so Persona 5 Royals Platinum seems a lot easier than the main game.
Just takes 110 hours.
I mean, hey, Persona 5 Normal took me like 126, so...
Yeah.
But...
Well, like I said earlier, I put 400 plus hours into Red Dead 2, so who am I to really complain? I will do it.
Yeah.
I will clearly do it.
Yeah, man. Well, want to wrap this thing up?
Sure.
All right. Well, that was Avengers for some good grinding tonight. We have a
productive stream.
Absolutely. We have an Avengers podcast specifically for this game, not Avengers as a whole. Excelsior is a Marvel's Avengers podcast. Episodes go live every Saturday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, this YouTube channel. So if you're new and you like this game, you want to be on top of it, if you want to get your updates on a scale of like sweaty to casual, this is the show for you. Jack, you know what's funny?
What's that?
Going into the show, because I knew you were a little tepid about it.
That was so tepid.
I thought I'd have to be like in the weeds to get like the nitty gritty of like stats and stuff like that, like some people get with Destiny podcasts. I thought it would have to be me. I think that's gonna be you now. I think you're the one who's gonna know all these things about like DPS and like the what's broken, what's OP. I think that's you because you've been in it.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still confused as to what the game is.
See, that's what I'll take care of. I'll take care of that part.
Like I get it. I'm just following like a very like tell me what to do and I'll do it. That's what I've been doing. So if there's a mission that pops up, I'm just doing it. But yeah, that's very possible that I may be the nitty gritty. Sort of Phil. So that's how the tables have turned.
Yeah. So if you're new and you want to be on top of this, like I said, be sure to sub, check out the podcast feeds, rate us on podcast services because we're doing well on those, and it would be greatly appreciated. But Jack, where can the people find you?
Sure. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at FascinatedJack. We also, you and I, Christian, have a Pokemon podcast. It's called My First Mon. You can also find that on podcast services or youtube.com/joyclicks. We're playing through Pokemon Crystal.
New episode just went up.
If you think shiny Pokemon is a cool topic and you want to see someone who has no clue what a shiny Pokemon was get one of their favorite Pokemon, potentially, as a shiny Pokemon, then you can check out the most recent episode.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of wild.
You were talking about like wanting to get like a plush or like some merch for a Pokemon that you like a lot. I feel like it's Bellsprout at this point, or like a Weeping Bell or something.
I was thinking like, what's my favorite of the two? I think it's probably still Bellsprout. I looked at Victory Bell too. Also looks weird.
Yeah, Victory Bell's kind of extra.
Yeah, I think it might be Bellsprout. But yeah, we're building like some of my favorite Pokemon. We got Bellsprout, we got Wooper, we got Cyndaquil, and of course Squirtle, lest we forget.
Yeah.
So that's been a good show. So if you like Pokemon, that is the show for you.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, if anybody was new in the chat, thank you for stopping by tonight. Who do we have? Licensed to Ill. That name seems familiar. I think they've been here before. Sucky.
Okay. The award for this stream, the best username is Sucky.
Yep. They won. Good job.
They won.
Diamond Dog, a Kyle Style, of course, Omar, Matt, thank you for stopping by the chat, and anybody else who came by to watch. Greatly appreciated. I think that is everything there is to say. So, until next Tuesday, don't know what we're going to be playing yet. But if you want to get involved, if you want to give us recommendations or things to check out, patreon.com/joyclicks is where you can go for a multitude of tiers, $1 to $5, get you a variety of influence over the channel and our content. But that's going to do it. Thanks for stopping by if you did. We clearly love this game, so this is not going to be the last Avengers stream on the channel. We
unabashedly love this game.
That is the correct way to phrase it.
Like we know its problems.
Yeah.
But boy howdy, we're gonna be playing the shit out of this fucking game, dude.
Yeah, like once we're raid ready, that's gonna be a day. We're just gonna have a whole day long stream of just trying to get through that raid.
We're gonna need some backup, I think, too.
Yeah, like I think we can get Kevin. One of my friends has been playing the game pretty religiously too. He was big on Destiny, so he might be a good backup or core member, honestly, because I don't even know if they're gonna do 4 or 6.
Oh, you think they're going 6, dude? Like a whole imagine the whole party.
Like, because Destiny, the fire team is normally 3, but then for raids they open it to 6.
Shit, dude.
But
that would be something.
You know what? Maybe 6 in an Avengers raid is a PS5 thing. Maybe we're not ready for that yet. It's already chugging.
Your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so until then, thanks again, everybody. Hope to see you next time. It's pizza time.
Pizza time and Excelsior.
Excelsior.